if anybody follows along.
It would be much better that way, 'cause okay.
Yeah, move sideways.
Yeah.
As long as I don't hang up on everybody while I'm trying to lean forward to do that. All right, we got one person in the waiting here. Hopefully, whoever was going to ask a question comes back, so we can.
All
figure out what
right.
that
Wait, why
was.
is it so dim? I can't even see your screen. Hardly. All right. Yeah. Okay. He's back. So I think the question was who cooks, me or Dan. So the majority of the time.
I gotta breathe here.
Us guys.
All right, now we're there. Now, not who cooked.
There we go.
Hold on, we got a not who cooked. Hopefully that's a misspell. So.
All right. Let us know what you asked.
Remember one time I caught my parents rapping.
Haha.
Yeah.
Well, we just locked our door, so hopefully they won't come in. Maisie's yelling at me.
Spelled
Hold on.
rapping like a song. Were they
Yeah.
rapping or rapping?
Yeah.
What kind of rapping was going on?
Maisie, where are you?
I walked in on my dad rapping my stepmom one time. That was horrible. That's a horrible topic. Hello, Ireland. Get some comments going on here, and I'll go back here and see where our question was, you guys. King Kang, hello. I'm from Tulsa, New Zealand, with Timothy. Hey, Paul. Stormbridger. Which kind of rap? How old were you when you caught him rapping? Did you happen to see your stuff? And we got Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anyways, we did have more people signed in a minute ago. I apologize. We dumped the live twice, I guess, trying to get the camera thing figured out. Wow. Hi, Gerlin. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Like 7. And you remember all the way from 7? Do you remember what you busted him rapping? How old are you now? You,
He's all 10.
I know, right? 8? You caught him last year? No. My parents always locked our Christmas stuff in, we had like a cold storage room in our basement. Yeah, everybody ditched after that last job. Nobody came back. So.
That's all right. We got
Hopefully.
11, 16 people
More
here.
people will get.
All right. Let me find my
Interested.
scissors and my tape.
Okay, guys, how your husband cook? So how do I cook? Thanks,
He's
Juan.
a good cook. If that's what you're asking. In fact, this morning he made me toast. And it was really good.
Yeah. Not just toast. I put flaxseed oil on it
And honey.
natural honey, and
That's good. No, he cooks good when he cooks.
I love grilling stuff up. But then Andrea went and we got a meat thermometer, and then she got a Die Hard to get going on some steak one time, and
So good.
yeah, it's really good. So we just keep on doing it in the house now so far, and it's been delicious. And
All right, how are we gonna do this?
let's see. So how do I? So as far as if your question, King Kang, and so Dolphin Panda, is it that whole line? I remember
set.
Dolphin Panda. Yeah, I remember the train set was the President busted him rapping. Hey Priscilla.
You guys, this is for all those who are members. This is supposed to be a member only chat, but through the chaos of trying to get this thing started, we didn't set it as such. So
Oh,
everyone
shoot.
gets to chat tonight. But the members, for those that aren't members of
Hey,
our
Stella.
page,
Thanks.
you'll see the members have a little icon next to their name, so they kind of stand out, and we can make sure we answer you guys. So
Yeah, like Dolphin Panda right here, King Kang. You can see is a well-loved, die-hard member, and came to us last week or 2
how are we
weeks ago.
gonna do this?
Uh,
Do you
I
want
can.
to get up on the bed? Maybe.
I don't know. Figure it out here in just a second. You start
Or I
getting
can
things
just wrap
getting
while
things
you
rolling,
answer
and I can
comments.
kind of be the mediator, moderator
Yeah, you just
for
do
us.
that. Just pull it closer and
She gets
center it better.
crazy with my rapping skills anyway. She says I'm like too OCD about I just like fold it on
I just
and like
throw it on. Nobody cares.
I gotta like line up the pictures and stuff line up all the pictures so that it all matches up or lines so that they're all
He
nice.
wraps presents like he used to build houses very meticulously. But most of the presents we're gonna wrap right now are the girls, just because I'm worried that maybe our older kids might run into this live while they're scrolling through YouTube or something.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want them to see their
Smart.
presents. So our babies right now,
They're all out there on
specifically
their phones.
watching all their presents. Our babies specifically are 3-year-old. I guess she's not a baby, but she's our baby. She's super into makeup right now. So we got her like a little caboodle and this little set that has all the fun things. It has so cute. It has a little curling iron and
Unfortunately, see, I feel like the
mirror
weatherman again. Unfortunately, we have the west winds blowing in from the east from here, and we have scissors. She's found out how the scissors work on all of her dolls, and
Yeah.
I just keep on explaining to her that she can't cut her sisters or her hair or my beard while I'm sleeping. I don't know anything else when she's playing with scissors. So
yeah.
trying to give her safe things to cut. We'll give her a whole pile of paper and she'll just go to town on it. But, anyway, you feel alright? Square. And so, Merry Christmas, Stella. I love you too, Dolphin Panda. Gotta appreciate you for real being here. Seriously, you know that. Came through like a madman. And thanks for sticking with us, even through amidst all this chaos while we're trying to figure out how to fake this until we make it. Hey y'all from Devin and Dolphin Panda. What are you doing tonight, anyways, Dolphin Panda? Where are you from? Just out of curiosity. Oh, swipe too high. We got Merry Christmas from the Philippines. What are you doing back there? You playing with the set? Oh, you're
I'm trying to get on the thing so I can see some comments.
okay. And wheelchair or not? So, oh, Dolphin Panda. Should I start with King Kang or just Dolphin Panda? I don't know why I shortened it up to just Dolphin Panda. I should just call you King. So Juan, I appreciate your comment back there. Feeling inspired. I appreciate it. So Jahim Makua from the Philippines with love. And Southern Cali, we got some SoCal. Sweet, sweet. And hello, wifey from Devon.
Hi.
Merry
Maybe
Christmas from the
you
UK.
should sit back, so this is how I have to be situated on the bed.
So scoot back to what? Which
So,
one? What do you tell me what you want?
just so I'm part of the
Oh, so
live.
I keep on blocking you when I lean forward, huh? I knew it.
Blocking me out, baby.
How's that? Is that better?
Please don't shut the door.
Like just this bobblehead across the bottom. I'll just try to scoot back too here. So the question back from Dolphin Panda on wheelchair or not, I'm not sure that was tied to or related to. I still don't know if we're still answering the question about cooking, how I cook. If I like, one, I do cook. Um, I used to be a single dad, and then used to be a single guy too. So I used to love to cook. Just not crazy like Andrea. I'm not a cook like Andrea. Oh my gosh, I have no idea how she does it. Like seriously, she's always got some amazing recipe that she's throwing out. Something delicious food, and it's,
I don't use recipes.
well, no recipes. It's just like whatever. She comes up with crazy ideas every day. It's like yummy, yummy food, and every day I'm just blown away. So I'm super grateful that I get to be fed like that. It's amazing.
This is a pain in the butt not having scotch tape. You should be the tape
I can do that
person.
tape cutter thing. I can
You
do
have me
some
some
stuff
tape,
for you.
because we don't have any tape besides packing tape.
And Rob says, I'm very familiar with spinal cord injuries. You're an inspiration. Thank you. And Merry Christmas from Galapagos, Ohio. Yes, cook. So when I cook, I just cook very carefully. I have burned my. Oh, dang, sorry. You want a little injection real quick. I have burned my forearms quite a bit. I don't know if you can see all the different scars when I like lean up on the stove. I'm always like reaching over and like just touching little.
Since you've been in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not from before. From before, that would be like the singed eyebrows and I don't know, things like that. But so yeah, cooking from a wheelchair is just.
Tape me.
Oh, what? No, I forgot.
You're failing already.
It's just like anything else you do from a wheelchair. It just takes more time and it's kind of a pain in the butt where like I can't get as close as I'd like to on some things, and especially running and working with the stove, it's hard to open the stove and carry like heavy stuff out. And because we have a big family, if we are cooking something in there, then it generally is a big meal or a heavy meal. So like we got to be. I was gonna try to do that here. I don't think that's gonna work. So that's, I guess, the hard part.
All right. Somebody asked if I knew you, or if you were paralyzed before we got married. If I knew you before we got married. Nope, it was arranged. No, they want to know if you were paralyzed before we got married. The answer is yes.
Yes, I was. We met after my injury. Actually met her while I was going to physical therapy. No, she was not a nurse there. She was taking her now ex-husband there. He was in a motorcycle accident the day before I had my accident. He took a bullet bike around a corner a little too fast and sustained a brain injury after a hellacious crash, and he still is alive but functions on a very defeated level, and like a 10-year-old or something. I don't know, but he's
I always say like 7-year-old.
Yeah, 7-year-old.
Our son that's 10, almost 11, has surpassed him on like a social level.
Sure. Yeah. So. So anyways, with that, yeah, we Andrea stuck. That's a whole nother story. You can actually go to our page, our landing page. If you go to thewheelchairdad.com, we have a couple of podcast interviews that go into more of the details on that. But essentially, we met there.
Sharpie.
Yeah. Essentially, we met there, became friends through talking, and then as time went on, we actually did like a couple of like double updates and stuff as we got after everybody was out trying to live the normal life, but just
This one's supposed to be
scribble it out.
Let's do Maisie and Marley.
Okay. And so, anyways, yeah, we met afterwards. So after Andrea, there were a lot of. She'd probably speak to it way better, but I just sum it up a little bit. He was just really different. There was problems before, but with the different things, with a lot of head injuries, TBIs, usually people end up experiencing anger issues and short tempers, and if you already have some of that beforehand, it can just kind of be exacerbated a little bit, and so that kind of was seeming to be the situation more. He didn't remember anything, didn't remember their marriage, couldn't remember anything about their life. So anyways, long story
It was a
short, they
rough
got divorced
situation, but
eventually.
yeah, if you want to listen to the full story, you can look at our podcast interviews. It's kind of a hard story to tell on a whim.
Yeah, it's not. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of life in it, but yeah. Anyways,
we did have kids before. That was another question. I had 2 boys. Dan had 2 girls. My boys were 2 and 7 at the time we met, and his girls were 2 and 7. My boys were born in February. His girls were born in November, so they're just 3 months apart. So now, at the moment, since my boys' birthdays are in February, at the moment we have a 16 and 15-year-old, a 11 and 10-year-old, and a 3 and 1-year-old. So we had 2 together after we got married. All right. Next present.
oh wow, look at that.
This is for 3-year-old Maisie, who's super into nail polish and makeup. She likes to steal my makeup. So she told me at the store, Mom, if you get me my own makeup, then I won't have to take yours.
She started saying that at 3 years old. It's so funny.
I'm like, okay, sounds like a plan.
And you know what? Personalities crack me up with kids because, like, even when Andrea and I met, like, she's only had boys. I only have had girls. At that point, I actually have an older daughter too. I'm notorious for just making girls. So, anyways,
It's like, I'm sitting on a pen. That's nice.
yeah. Anyways, where do you got the scissors?
Give them to you.
Oh, shoot, there. I'll get my own out.
We're talking about personalities.
Yeah, so the personalities are insane. I remember Andrea when we talked about having babies in the past, and well, even when we were finally pregnant with Maisie, she's like, I am not going to be like doing the whole unicorns and rainbows and like pink anything. So I don't want anything pink. Like I'm not gonna stereotype whatever, just falling into that. She just had boys, and so she just wanted like, I think she just expected a beautiful little girl that acted more like a boy. Anyways, this stuff's ingrained in these kids. Like, it's so funny, and then like all this stuff. Like, we definitely don't like teach her and encourage like to go crazy for makeup and pink things and whatever, all the little dresses and all that stuff. But yeah, those who don't have kids or haven't experienced that or wonder why some kids are the way they are. They are just the way they are. It's so funny how they just come into their own things. So yeah. Now Andrea, after saying she was never going to buy anything like that too, like it's funny when we go shopping, she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, look at this! It's cute and pink." So, but anyways, back to the makeup thing and all that. That's Maisie's just, yeah, she's definitely a little diva girl with wanting to get all done up like that. Merry Christmas from Winna China something. I thought I was gonna say the Winnemucca, but they got Winna something. China some. So anyways, as we're still clipping through different people, if you have any questions while you're here, if you're not familiar with anything, or you just have gee whiz questions, throw them out there. Love to answer any questions. So Andrea and I have been to. We met after my injury. I'm in a wheelchair. Those who can't see, I'm in a wheelchair. I broke my back 9 years ago. We've been married for 8, and yeah, we have 6 kids altogether, and this is our attempt to raise them. Let's see what else we got coming in here. Stormbridger, that must have been tough for the two of you, especially Dan, having to take care of your kids while being paralyzed by your dad. Oh, I appreciate it. Man, the whole your name is so long. The whole thing with parenting's rough anyways. When you're parenting other people's kids, when you're joining families, it can be super difficult and run into different challenges with different personalities, with different parenting techniques and abilities and skills, and so, and that's like a long battle, or not battle, long
Battle.
I don't know.
It's
So
hard.
if you're like in a situation like that, this is round 3 for both of us as far as marriages go, and we're done, never getting divorced again. So
Hold on, 8 years.
yeah, 8 years with all the
I mean, we just
drama,
had 8 years.
crazy stuff that Mike kind of mentioned. So we had a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of different things to deal with, and to learn and love and grow with. Hola from Norma. Hola, ¿cómo está? Bien. I might actually both sides down. So,
2 down.
nice. Killing them. Yeah. Let's see, who was it that who saw walked in on their parents when they were wrapping their presents? That was King. No, that wasn't. Um, Dolphin Panda. Dolphin Panda. We are in
Maisie
Utah.
needed some princess soap. She picked out some of these gifts, but I made her hand them to me at the register, and then told her she couldn't see them again until Christmas. So hopefully she'll forget.
She'll forget, for sure. She'll forget. Yeah, Stormbridger. There you go. So if anybody else has funny stories about that, that could be fun to talk about. I started to explain. My parents kept all of our stuff locked in this cold food storage thing in our basement, and I learned at a young age how to like jimmy stuff through the tongue flapper on the door so that you could like sneak in there. So I can't remember if I got caught ever, but then if I did get caught, I probably had it swatted out of me so I'd forget it. But I just remember seeing the bags of different things and guessing whose was what. But I came from a large family. We had 9 siblings. So, hello, South Africa.
We're from
Holy
Utah.
cow. Yeah, we're in Utah. So is that why you said that? Because of the 9 kids, or adding that? Is that what you're indicating?
No, that was
Just
somebody
answering.
asked where we're from a minute ago.
Yeah, it was Panda Man. King Panda. I'll mix your name all up.
Can you switch
So-
the light on that? See if it
Yeah.
gets a little
No hot or warm?
filling. So, oh my gosh, this is barely big enough. Okay, this one. That's better.
Alright, let's see. How about that one? Whoa, we're
Ooh, no.
orange. I think we're related to Donald Trump.
I think
How about that one? That's good.
that's good.
Okay. Try that.
Tell us your favorite Christmas stories. It's weird having to do that on chat, but if you have something you can sum up. I was thinking this morning, my very favorite Christmas so far in my life was would have been 11 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. And I had fertility issues for 10 years before I got pregnant with him. My oldest son is adopted. And that Christmas, so he was born in February, so I was pretty big and pregnant during the holiday season that year. And listening to all the songs about Mary, like Breath of Heaven and Mary Did You Know and all these things. And I remember just sitting, listening to those songs and just sobbing, feeling like I could relate to Mary on a different level because I was just pregnant with a baby boy, and it just made the whole story of Jesus's birth seem a lot more real and near and dear and close to my heart. That was like my favorite Christmas ever. I loved it. I loved being pregnant with a baby boy on Christmas. Super special.
This is our present wrapping tape for the night. We have 6 kids here, and they are all so creative, and they're always wanting to use tape for
I know.
everything.
Well, it's funny because they haven't needed tape for a long time, but in the last 2 weeks, they've gone through 3 rolls of tape. So.
I found 3 of the tape skeletons. The tape bodies was laying around in the last week and a half. So I knew we needed to get some more. I just haven't made it there for that. Yeah. But yeah. Anywho, if you have a question, throw it up there. It's pretty slow right now, so I doubt you'd need to super chat to have it brought up and stand out. Or if you're a member, if you go through the list of people that are here chatting, like Dolphin Panda or King Panda, as I'm gonna start calling you, if that's okay. Also from China, we said, oh yeah.
Wait, they changed their username. It didn't used to say that.
Wait. Oh, I am.
It used to just
yeah,
say
just
Dolphin
to say
Panda.
Dolphin Panda. It says I'm also from China. We said Taiwan adopted China. Oh. Let's see here.
Let's see. Okay.
Miss
In the bathroom just now, Maisie goes, "Did Marley get me a bunny?" But at the store, she was saying that she was getting Marley this bunny, but she remembers it, and she decided she wanted it. So she's like, "Marley got me a bunny."
Oh man.
So there might be a fist fight on Christmas morning over this little guy.
That's the one thing that's gonna keep her distracted from all the other.
She was helping Marley pick it out, and then saying that she was getting it for Marley, and then tonight she said, "Marley got me a bunny."
Maisie,
oh dear.
Maisie, our 3-year-old, she's hilarious right now with the. What?
It's so distracted.
Alright. Anyways, our 3-year-old is on this thing right now where she's blaming everything on our 18-month-old or 21-month-old. So it's just funny. She'll be up. Maisie, our 3-year-old, will be up on the bathroom counter, and I'll walk in after seeing toilet paper hanging out in the hallway and wondering what in the world's going on in here, and come down there and she's points over to Marley. She threw me up here. Straight face and holding that story. But yeah, Marley threw her up on the countertop. Anyway, she's always using Marley, who can't really articulate much, to feed her agenda through the day. What you got?
How's the weather here? It's been so cold. It's been 15, 20 degrees. Today it supposedly
It
was
was
40
warmish out there
degrees.
today when I went out there. I was surprised.
But I think the rest of the week it's going to be in the 20s again. My brother is a T5, T6 paraplegic, been in care for 18 years.
Ooh, dang. How's he doing? Like, it's, I guess when I hear stuff like that, then I just want to start grilling you with all sorts of questions.
Stormbringer says, me and my cousins wrestled in high school, and on Christmas Eve they would have wrestling matches. Those were good memories. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. I wrestled in high
So
school
fun.
too. I was in the big boy category. I wrestled at like 98 pounds and like 103 or 105, whatever that was, my junior year. So I graduated school. Like when I graduated high school, I think I was like 130 pounds. I didn't hit my growth spurt. I guess, until I was like, I don't know, like 18 or 20 or something. Cold weather, storm here. Yeah, it's been chilly in the morning. If it's been a clear night, you walk out there or roll out there. It's super. Takes your breath away a little bit.
Well,
if there's,
you can probably chill for a minute because
I was just doing that so I can read some stuff and get back
I
to.
just don't know if I'm gonna even get to that many.
All right.
I'm sure I will. Hopefully. There's a lot of tape.
But anyways, I used to love wrestling with my brothers too. I was the youngest boy. So I came in, like I was a little bitty guy forever. I was just little bitty. So I always had to fight extra hard. And finally, when I started to get some size on, then I finally got to where I could contend and just dominate. So if they're
All right.
listening, I aced them out. Got bigger than them.
You aced them all out. Okay, so Rob Beagles Rock says, what irritates me the most is people that park in handicap spots that don't need them. What irritates you most that someone not in a wheelchair wouldn't know? Okay, I'm gonna respond to the first part of the question because I learned a few years ago that you got to be really careful with that type of thing because I have multiple sclerosis, MS, which is a invisible disease, commonly referred to as an invisible disease, one of those diseases that you look like you're fine, but you're really not. And I actually was at Walmart with my sister coming straight from the hospital where I was getting a steroid infusion because I was having like a major MS relapse and a bout with fatigue and getting steroid injections every day to try and, or infusions every day to try and like get some of my energy back and stop the exacerbation of the MS flare up. And anyways, we have a handicap parking sticker. We have one in Dan's name and my name with my MS. And so I had parked in the handicap spot because when I am having MS fatigue and a flare up, and even just on regular days, it's super hard for me to even have the energy to like push my cart full of stuff out to the car. Like, I have to really, really preserve my energy and like make sure I don't overdo it on anything. So, like, cooking dinner, showering, getting dressed for the day, taking care of the kids, like all of that, like drains my energy super fast. So I like to park in the handicap spot because I don't want to drain all of my energy, as silly as it sounds, so pushing my cart full of groceries out to the car or walking even that distance or whatever. So I had parked in that parking spot and when I got out of my car, because I was dressed nice and at the time I was like in my mid 30s or whatever and like looked like a young fit woman, and this old lady like passed by in her car and she yelled out her window and like chewed on me for parking in the handicap spot and told me how horrible of a person I was for parking in the handicap spot, and I was like, aha. So just be careful. I like judge. I don't want to say judging, but you know, sometimes you judge people for doing things and you don't really know the story. So sometimes people park in the handicap spot when they don't look like they're very handicapped, and maybe they have a good reason. A lot of times people park there and don't have a good reason, but maybe give people the benefit of the doubt.
Let's talk about parking in the handicap stalls in the bathroom. I'm just kidding.
So the second part of Rob's comment was, what irritates you the most that people, or that someone not in a wheelchair wouldn't know?
Um, oh, geez. I think.
Like the bathroom stall thing. People just don't think about it. But there's only, like, there's so many times where Dan goes in to use the bathroom at a store or at a restaurant or something, and somebody's in there taking a really long time in the handicap stall just hanging out. And that's the only one he can use, so that's frustrating.
Yeah, it's annoying yeah, that is frustrating. Like, there's like, go in somewhere where there's like 5 or 10 stalls and there's one ADA, like, wide door, enough room to go in and shut the door, place where you can go in. Man, and if somebody in it, I don't know if it's because they can like see under the doors or something that there's some wheels out there, so they don't want to like awkwardly deal with the fact that they're in the handicap spot, and maybe they're not handicapped, or I don't know. I'm guilty of it from before too, because I was felt like a bigger guy, whatever. I felt claustrophobic sometimes if I went into the smaller stalls, but it is frustrating sometimes when it's like, if I've got to run in there and use the bathroom, and then, I mean, even to just take a quick pee or whatever, and it's like,
Look how cute that is. This is for Maisie, our 3-year-old. Cute.
you end up having to wait and wait and wait to get in there. So it can be frustrating. There's been times where I will just can finally get like squeezed into a door on a different stall but I can't shut anything, so I just leave it open, whatever, and just let all the wandering minds wander. And yeah, so that's probably one thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that stands out. Um,
So,
maybe I thought, as far as even still sticking to the handicap parking stuff situation, so that's kind of like always like having the close by parking. Hello. Having the close by parking isn't like necessarily the main thing for a handicap stall. Like, for me, if I can't find a handicap spot, then I have to make my own spot, because I can't park in a normal spot and then open the door wide enough to get my wheelchair out. So it's really frustrating.
he does make his own spots everywhere.
Yeah, we have our big van that has like a little bit of a lift and big wheels and 4-wheel drive, and so
Some nice looks.
I park it where I want. But when I have a
We have a funny story about that too.
Yeah, I have a
Corvette
okay.
story.
So here's the story. So I have a Corvette. I've had it for like 15 years, way before my injury. It's one I bought, wrecked, and rebuilt. I used to love doing that with cars. So I love it. It's just a fun car. It's like, I put it together well and take care of it. It's nice. It has like the ambo doors on it. It's just lowered and cool body kit. It just looks cool. It's my fun car now. It's because I don't have a motorcycle to ride. That's my baby, to get out and hot rod. But I had an appointment up at the medical clinic, and was circling, waiting for one of the 30 different
ADA spots to open up, and it
You
just wasn't
actually-
happening.
Actually, I was having an MRI for my MS, and it was
Oh, okay.
shortly after Maisie was born, and so I had her with me, so I couldn't go into my MRI until Dan got there to take the baby, and it was like 10 minutes after I was supposed to, like, we were both getting super antsy because I was supposed to be like in the MRI machine, and Dan couldn't find a parking spot, so.
Yeah, that's right. So I just blending. That happens all the time out there, anyways. But anyways, so I ended up backing in, which if you back in your spot and you have a decent car, like people already start getting all like, oh, you're backing in, you think you're cool or whatever, and no, I do it because I know I can pull out easier when I'm leaving, but also I have to take 2 stalls so that I have a way to get my door open, get the wheelchair out, and get in. So when I did it this particular time, I parked on an angle so that people wouldn't try to squeeze in just to be extra loving, like, you know, how road rage minds work. Sometimes they're like, okay, I'll just squeeze in there anyways. So I parked nice and crooked so that nobody could park in there, and then went about my day. And then when I came out of the hospital or came out of the clinic, there was a lady standing there, and she's like stopped me. She's like, would you look at this? Like,
She stopped me.
Okay.
She goes,
So I was there. But
yeah, you came out after.
Okay.
Me. So she stopped me and she goes, did you see how that jackass parked over there? And
Yeah.
I looked over and saw Dan's Corvette, and I was like, that's my husband's car. And he's paralyzed, so he uses a wheelchair, and he couldn't find a parking spot, so he had to do that. And she just got this stunned look on her face, and then like right as that happened, then Dan rolled up behind me, and then she was even more
That's
mortified.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's my car.
It was pretty funny though. Her name's Michelle. We actually became friends after that. She made a really long Facebook post about it. This was a few years ago, and kind of outed herself on being a jerk and said what she learned from that lesson, and we've had quite a bit of communication with her since and laugh about it, but it was cool because she was like super humble about it and took it as a learning experience to not judge people. So
Yeah.
it was pretty funny though. She's like, did you see how that jackass parked?
I'm gonna
Okay.
scan back here through some of the comments because we are getting hit with some questions. So now, if we get to where we're losing and you have a question that you really want to throw out there, like do a super chat. It's like you can do like a paid feature, do whatever the minimum is, just to get your wording on there. If you really want a question, you can join, be a member, so you can be with us for always and forevermore. That also helps you stand out when you throw a question out there to us. But yeah, I'm gonna scan back through here and try to.
I don't know if you guys have been watching, but I just did a handmade gift bag. So I learned that on somewhere.
Oh,
I
you're
did
doing
that
your-
one way too long, but I think it was a TikTok video or something. So when you have like clothes or awkward shaped gifts or something, then you can make your own little gift bag.
Heart for
And if
art.
you're super clever, then you can fold this down and punch a couple holes in it and tie a tag in there, but I'm just gonna do this for now.
Heart for art says, can you guys do me a shout out and say punch today in the
See?
face? Oh yeah, the package. So yeah, I'll throw my shirt on and say, let's see if I can turn it over here for a second. Got mine on. So
Punch
today in the face. For us,
Do it.
those who don't get that intention on what that is, it's just to get up and kick ass for the day. Don't let anything hold you back. Get in, live large, and be in charge. Get out there and do it. No excuses. So, all sorts of things like that. Hello from the Bahamas. Bless you all. Merry Christmas. Back to the Bahamas. Hope things are going well and the weather's nice out there. Do you like hug for be a kind guys? This from Dolphin Panda. Do you like hug for be a kind guys? Is that, do I just like hugs? Sorry, I'm missing the. I might be
That's alright.
not getting the questions quite right, but yeah, I do love. I do love. I'm a physical loving guy. I love to get hugs and squeezes and good handshakes. I'm a physical guy all the way around. So if you're asking if I like hugs, I'm down for hugs. Even some of the handicap parking spots are too narrow. That is true. Some of them are like, now some of the spots are made basically just for like elderly people, I think, that are up closer, but they know that they don't need the wheelchair or walker or like anything else that way. So I think sometimes they just chintz out and say that they've got the handicap stalls so that they can pass certain criteria to get open and going. But yeah, some of them aren't really legit and don't work that well. Some of them are super huge, and that's always nice when you got plenty of room. Dr. Death first said hello a minute ago, but it says my aunt has MS. Sorry to hear. There's a hopefully she does okay. I know there's a couple of different variances with it and how it
Sure
affects
that one.
people.
So cute.
This is a cute little nail kit and nail polish. So get the ring light off there. So it's super cute. Got a little unicorn in there, some ice cream cone and ring things. Super cute.
Did you ride before you were paralyzed?
Ride my motorcycle, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I loved from the time I was like 17 on. I was on my own, moved out. Always had a car, a truck, a motorcycle, and a boat. I don't know. Kind of always push on that. Yes, I had. What's that?
Can you fix the camera? I'm
Yeah.
just readjusting
So-
my position. My back hurts.
Yes, I did ride. Had a couple of motorcycles. The bike I was riding last was started out as a big dog Mastiff that was like I bought it wrecked from the auction and then completely stripped it down and built it. And I built it. That thing was a beast. It would run the quarter mile in 9 3/4 second at 137 miles an hour. It was a big fat 250 millimeter back tire, and it was just a big, awesome, loud bike. I had a friend that helped me do the paint on it. I painted the frame and all the flat color stuff, and he came in and did an amazing airbrushing job. I pull it up and show it, but it's on my phone. But anyways, I loved riding a motorcycle. I loved the way it felt. I loved going out late at night. I loved cruising the canyons. Yeah, I had a Corvette. It's just not the same. The Corvette's fast and whatever, but it's not it's not what a bike was for me. The bike was like the whole moment. It was really quite enjoyable for me. I loved it. So, anyways, most I can ride is a Honda 75 dirt bike. Dr. Death. Yeah, I think I started out on a Trail 90 when I was like 16, and somebody had it. My stepbrother at the time had it from his uncle or something. Anyways, I jumped on it, had no clue what I was doing, and I put it into the barbed wire fence 50 feet from where I got on it at and started to try to be the cool big brother that knew what I was doing.
This is the ugliest wrapping.
Oh man, look at this wrapping stuff over here.
I'm hiding it behind you. Look at this.
See,
It's like it's, no, you do better.
no, I wasn't gonna. I was gonna say You didn't let me finish.
How am I supposed to wrap this? Look, you can't like flatten the handle. It's like
Excuse me.
sticking out this way, this way.
No, Andrea just gives me crap. I like get too OCD when I'm like trying to wrap things, but she's got a legit case there. So. Anyway,
That was not nice. Yikes. I
Um,
should have done a gift bag for that one.
Car- Carla Sands says, "You guys are an inspiration to me. I was basically just existing here and was frustrated with my disabled life. I was housebound, and for many years, I've watched you on housebound for many years, and I've watched you on TikTok now for a while. Um, Carla, that's awesome.
She followed it up down there.
You gotta follow up. Oh, now I've decided to move around, exercise, and now I've got motivated to seek medical advice for this large tumor on my right thigh. They finally got a new MRI done. Hopefully next year I can have surgery. You're so freaking cool. I'm so proud of you. It's so awesome, for real. Like seriously, you're gonna get my emotional side out early. Um, and Poochie, thanks for your prayers for Carla. Yeah, everybody. Um, she definitely sounds like she could use something. Um,
That's amazing. Good
that's
for you. And thank you for telling us that. That means so much to us.
yeah, that's a big part of what we
Incredible.
do this whole channel for, our whole page for. Um, when I was injured in the hospital, that's like 9 years ago. It's not like it was forever ago, but when I was injured, um, I was looking online because my divorce finalized when I was in the hospital, and I was like, I was gonna be a single dad, and just trying to figure out what the heck I was gonna do, like what was out there for me. It really stressed me out. So I was looking at what to do. Let's see. Spain wants to know what time it is here. Right now it's like 10:30 or something. Probably later now.
It's 11:10.
It's 11:10 here in Utah, in the U.S. Um, whoops. So, anyways, I was looking online. I didn't see diddly squat on there that was inspirational for me. That's for sure. The stuff I saw actually was like more depressing. Um, and so kind of vowed that if I figured it out, got things going, that I was gonna put something out there to try to make make it a little less sad and frustrating for somebody else in that situation, looking for what I was looking for, and give them something good to find. I think is what for the first time that stood out. And gosh, my stories get so long, but the first time I was out of the hospital, I was in my Corvette. I drove it to another doctor's appointment, like way out to another hospital. And when I got there, parked in the handicap spot, and then got out, started opening. I opened my door again. I had the Lambo door, so I got the cool Corvette sitting down on the ground. Opened the door, and this I noticed this kid and his mom. It ended up being his mom, a boy and younger kid and his mom. Super cute.
For Maisie and Marley. These are the shirts that you can do.
Oh, fun. So this younger kid was watching, and I could tell he was getting emotional. But he watched me get my chair out, and he was in a wheelchair. I'll add that part in there too. He was in a wheelchair. His mom had just got his chair out for him, and they were just sitting there watching about 20 or 40 feet away, something like that. And I didn't think anything of it, and I just noted they were staring at me. And then I went over to go in, which was their way, and the younger boy, just younger guy, started crying and said that he was it would just this was his first visit out from the hospital since he was paralyzed, and he thought life was over because cars and like I don't know was like really important to him. There was basically him seeing me like rolling up, sporting it hard with the Corvette, made him feel inspired that life was still going to be good and still going to be worth living. That there was plenty of fun to be had and plenty of good times still ahead. So, in tears, thanked me and was it was a cool moment, and I kind of kicked that around forever. And then when Andrea and I met, we talked about the same idea and just kept it going and on the back burner until we finally were able to make it happen this year. So
It's been pretty awesome to be a part of. Sorry, look how, I don't know if you can see this. Cover the,
turn the ring light so it's not bad. What do you got?
that's right now on our nanny cam thing. Little Maisie fell asleep on our 10-year-old's shoulder. So sweet.
So cute out there on the couch.
Can't really see it, but it's our 10-year-old son with our little 3-year-old. It's like the sweetest thing as a parent to see the older kids with the younger kids, just loving them. That's something you can't teach. They've opened their hearts to their little baby sisters, and it's so sweet.
We got all sorts of stuff going on. So Dr. Dad, tell what time it was in Pennsylvania. Watch a lot of your shorts. You're an inspiration. Thanks, Tahoe Blaze.
We're glad you're here, Clara.
Yeah.
She said it's 1 a.m. in the Bahamas, but she can't sleep in our life.
Well, awesome. My brother's having surgery January 12th to have bladder stone removed. Yikes. Poochie. Is it Poochie or Pookie? Oakley. I guess probably better to have it that way than pass it the old hard way. Man, I passed a kidney stone. Oh, I mean, no, yeah, bladder stone, not kidney stone. Is a bladder stone just like before it gets into the... Whoa, maybe I don't know the difference, but is a bladder stone bigger? Just probably is bigger, can't pass it, so I need to do surgery, but I'll check it out, figure it out a little bit before I say anything. But Kendra busting us saying, y'all playing Santa? Yeah, we've got 6 kids. Those who don't know, we've got 6 kids. I'm in a wheelchair. Andrea and I have very busy days. Our kids age from now 21 months, 22 months old, to 3.5, to we have 10 and 11, and then a 15 and a 16-year-old. So we stay super busy, and so yeah, here we are, spending our wind down time doing this. Just got my niece a pillow just like those shirts.
They're fun.
With
Kids
what?
love them.
Oh yeah, we bought the great big long, is it the big long pillows that you got for your um for your niece, yeah. So we we got them, excuse me, for my daughters when we first got married, and so, well, for Christmas, and they still have them in here. They're huge, they're fun, like you can write on them and do designs in them, and they love it. They quit using them for sleep, it was just for play now. So, but they are cool, they're fun to mess around with. How cute butterflies. Yeah, I was way behind on that, sorry guys. How's the babies doing now? Bonnie. So if you're asking how the babies are doing now, like from being sick last week, they're doing great. They're doing so much better. And still kicking out a tingy bit of a cough into the evening, but
Marley we took her to the doctor. She ended up having a little bit of pneumonia, and instead of prescribing amoxicillin, the doctor had to prescribe a liquid form of a Z-Pack, because there's a nationwide shortage of amoxicillin apparently for kids. So that's kind of scary.
that's crazy. I thought amoxicillin
silly.
was like as good as water. Like,
Yeah.
forever.
And then went to Walgreens to get the
Yeah.
Z-Pack, and they didn't have it. They didn't have enough. And so we ended up having to go to CVS pharmacy, so kind of sketch. Interesting.
Yeah.
But
so
she was on the antibiotics for 4 days.
4 days.
she's doing a lot better. So Dan actually had a little bit of pneumonia too, so he got a Z-Pack as well.
Yeah, it's rough trying to, like, I have asthma stuff anyways, but not being able to just get up and go for a jog and really get my lungs to clear themselves out. It's like when you have like an infant toddler that can't clear their lungs, it seems like. So I've got to like deal with the repercussions for that. When I had COVID last year and had COVID pneumonia, which doesn't, like, antibiotics don't do anything for it. That was crappy. I thought I was gonna. I refused to go into the hospital even though I was told I should go get intubated, and yeah, it was a rough time. Um, sorry, Oakley Pookie. I'm gonna call
Hi,
Pookie
Kendra.
because I had a friend named Pookie. So um,
Yes, they were. When we met you, they were 10 or 11, somewhere in there. Kendra is on there. Kendra Riggs. She's the one who we got Slurpees with at 7-Eleven a few years ago. Remember?
oh yeah.
Kendra?
Yep, I remember.
I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you.
Dr. Death. Hopefully you saw on that camera finally when he got it finagled with the ring light. I know it was hard to see, but it was our 10-year-old son out on the couch with our 3.5-year-old. She out there falling asleep on him, snuggled up. It's just a cute. He's a good brother. He likes to pester them like any good brother would, but for just to like entertain out of his own boredom until he can whatever. But he's super sweet and loves
This
them.
is
And,
so soft. This is for me.
oh yeah, that's really cool.
It's so cute. And then these little sparkly heart pants to go with it.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So sorry about that, Dr. Death. If you didn't, hopefully you finally got to see what it was. It was a crappy picture trying to see it through the camera anyways. Galapagos, Ohio. Okay, let me just read this. Dolphin Pan again. To you, hug, the wheelchair dad. I love you guys, friend. Now you make me cry. I'm making you cry. Now you make me cry for joy. What's your story? So, let's see.
No, Kendra, Dan is not working at Rhodes anymore. We are pretty much doing our social media stuff full time and tag teaming between doing that and taking care of babies and keeping the house in order. It is a more than full-time job.
Tahoe Blay says, surprising how little things can affect someone's life. Just climbing out of your car may have made a hug difference in his life. A huge difference. I was thinking hug. Yeah. Can't wait till she opens it.
Stop judging my rapping.
Oh,
Ta-da!
nice rapping job. See, that's a good job.
I'm ashamed.
I'm proud of you, baby. That was really good. She gets on me because I'm like,
clothes.
I'd still probably be working on like the
I
second
need
package
some
right
boxes or something.
now. Got some
I know.
boxes.
When we're rapping, when Dan's rapping together with me,
Cats and
rapping
boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. Okay, you go. And cats and boots. No.
I can't fight this
Cats and
feeling.
boots and cats and
That's not
boots.
rapping.
I'm doing the cats
Deep
and boots.
inside.
I'm doing the background noise. So
Oh.
It sounds good together, actually.
Anyways, when we're rapping together,
What?
I'll rap.
Oh, rapping. I thought I was rubbing.
I'll rap like 10 presents and every one that Dan raps because he's so annoyingly meticulous. Have you seen that TikTok trend where couples do their icks about each other? like their
Bonnie, hold on,
irritations about
Bonnie.
each other.
Did I
should
see
do
it?
that.
Yeah.
We should do that, Trent.
Yeah, we should do it. Bonnie was just saying she loves that video that you guys did together where y'all decorating for Christmas. Yeah, that was a cute culminating video of the events that night. It was super nice. I love that. Andrea does an amazing job editing and putting this stuff together. Like, definitely, like, people wonder if it's just super easy or whatever. Like why it's a big deal. Sometimes I talk about the work that goes into it.
It's another unicorn one.
Cute
But this one has a
little
hat.
beanie topping. But it does take a lot of time and effort for Andrea doing a lot the editing stuff that she does.
It does.
It's a lot of work, and then that of course puts me. I mean, I have to be there videoing, like being videoed, which is really hard too. No, I'm usually like taking care of the babies and trying to do other responsible
my
things
gosh.
around the house too. What do you got?
It says snow cute.
Oh, snow cute.
That's cute.
Let's see.
Duct
Snow.
tape to wrap gifts. See, that would be hard to open. Everyone says my wrapping's really nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Pookie
guys.
said it's better, better than theirs.
See, Dan doesn't realize it, but he is the odd one out wrapping so meticulously.
Probably. She gives me a hard time because when we go to eat fast food, and I'm not like an OCD weirdo or anything, but like, why are you smiling? Like, I can't just open
You're
my.
trying to convince yourself that you're not an OCD weirdo.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we go to Burger King. Dan gets a Whopper. He opens the wrapper, and then he folds all the corners in and creases them perfectly so that it's a perfect square.
It's just so it looks like
And
I have
then
a
he
plane.
sets his Whopper on it. It takes like 10 minutes, and then he's ready to eat.
It's just so I can find the hamburger and make sure I can eat it. So.
We are not planning on streaming on Christmas morning, but maybe if
Kendra.
it doesn't distract from our family, we might.
Yeah, see. We'll see.
We just have 3 of the kids this Christmas. It's so crappy to share kids, you guys, especially on holidays. Well, all the time, but holidays are sad when we don't have all our kids with us. So we have them all for Thanksgiving. And then we have them all for New Year's. But it's not our year to have Christmas with the oldest 3, so it will just be our younger 3, which we're super happy we have. It used to just be, before we had the babies, on the off holidays when we didn't have the other kids, we just had Uriah, so he got pretty lonely. So he's happy to have company now with his baby sisters.
Yeah, Kendra, we actually had to get a fur baby for Uriah. That's what Rocky, well, he was kind of intended as like a service animal slash brother for Uriah. For his emotional support to have him around. Let's see where we at.
If you guys haven't watched The Chosen, I'm gonna put a plug in for it right now.
From Russia.
Season 3 just came out. You can watch it for free on the VidAngel app. VidAngel, VIDANGEL, and it is so good. Dan and I cry almost every episode, but man, episode 2 of season 3, so good. I don't know what the copyright rules are, but I wish I did screen record this specific scene with the Apostle John. Oh my gosh.
We emailed, or
It's-
you emailed them.
Yeah, I sent a message to Dallas Jenkins, the producer.
So if any of you know him,
So far, he hasn't messaged me back. I guess we're not that cool yet. But watch season 3, episode 2 at least, and you'll know what scene I'm talking about when it gets there. We felt like it related to our lives so awesomely. It was just beautiful.
and those who are doing questions, I just saw we already answered Stormbridger's question. I saw it pop up a couple times about streaming for Christmas. If you're getting ignored, throw a super chat in there so that it stands out if you want. Let's do whatever the minimum thing is if you want, if it's important enough to you. Otherwise, just know we're not ignoring you on purpose, just trying to stay caught up. And every time I let go of the screen, so like up here, every time I let go of it, the comments all disappear. It's kind of frustrating, but anyways, somebody else was just asking, where did it go now? Oh, I went the other way.
I probably went overboard on the outfits for the girls, but to be honest, I've never really bought clothes for my girls, and I wanted to. We always get hand-me-downs from friends and neighbors and stuff, which we're so thankful for. But I really just wanted to hand pick some outfits for my girlies for Christmas, so I went a little overboard, but
And you saw the unicorns and
they're
cute,
so cute.
cute little things that she said
And
she wasn't gonna get.
I don't feel bad buying clothes for Maisie because I know next winter Marley will be able to wear them too. So 2 for 1.
Yep. And so somebody was asking Tahoe Blaze. From what I understand, you finished the camper. You're working on another project. So yes, we are. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Russia. We have winter, and you. So as far as the trailer goes, yes, we're done with that. We love it. It's super nice. Turned out really nice. It's really cool. But
We have a whole playlist. If you go to our main channel, you can click on playlists, and there's a camper remodel playlist. You can see it from start to finish.
but as far as our next projects you're asking about, yes, yes, we do have a lot of things. We are just about to get underway on like 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, I guess a 4-bedroom. Like the 4 bedrooms that we have, they're all going to be tacked on this next jobber. So we're going to be starting with the bedroom. We're going to be doing a tri bunk or like a 3 bunk bed for the younger girls to all get in there and share one room so that we can give our teenager her teenage privacy. And then moving things around, we're going to do some stuff at the boys' room just to make it cool, and then spruce up this room. After, like right now, everywhere is such a mess in our house because we've got all the mattresses just on the floors everywhere because we're trying to get things out of the way.
Such a mess.
It just looks like it just looks run down. Our poor kids probably like gonna have issues going forward
There's
in
like
life.
piles of stuff everywhere. It's so bad. Which
But-
is so hard for me because I'm like OCD organized person, and we've just got like so many projects in the works and in the near future that we just like are leaving stuff everywhere.
And it's annoying for me because I can't just step over it. Like I have like a trail and I have to like bump through it and then like back out of it. And, yeah, it's rough.
Sorry, Dr. Death and Poochie. They're talking about their moms being gone, so Christmas is hard. That would be really hard.
Yeah, I lost.
Holidays are hard when you're missing somebody for sure.
Yeah, I
Sorry
lost.
to hear that.
I lost my dad 2 years ago now. So that was rough and sad, and my my mom's still kicking around. So, oh yeah, she's probably snooping around listening right now. But if you are, I love you, Mom. You're probably not up this late. So, yeah, my dad's birthday was in December. It was like December 4th. So every year now to honor him, like he was like a big sugar freak. Loved his ice cream and eclairs was his main thing. He loved going to grocery stores that had bakeries, and, little bakery shops. That was like his downfall. Sorry, itchy nose there. Somebody's thinking about me. But anyways, we get something to celebrate. Like the first, or we try to do the eclairs all the time, but just to commemorate that a little bit more. But anyways, yeah, it's rough when they're gone and you don't have them. And those who have those losses and know that, I'm sorry for everybody. It's rough and life's rough. I hate the whole thing, how you have to live and die and suffer and figure things out.
They probably want you to be happy on Christmas, though.
Yeah, be happy.
So maybe do something fun to honor their memory.
Yeah, do something, service, like, always, like, bumps you up. Like, if you can think of something to do for somebody else, that would probably be super awesome. Dad's birthday is December 25th. Dr. Death, yeah. Wow.
Yes, Bonnie. That was the surprise.
What was?
We revealed it on a live, I think, last week, the bunk beds. Yeah. So those who saw the video not too long ago of us at Home Depot getting piles and piles of wood, that is what we're doing.
Yes. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll be doing some not major, just fun project building things through the house for a little bit. Our bedroom will be the finagliest one. We're gonna kind of add like a gas fireplace and do some shelving and make a whole wall like a display wall to like have it look fancy and nice. So do that.
Oh dear.
Carl says, "Hey, how are y'all?"
This is a fake makeup set for Marley because
Oh yeah.
Maisie has real makeup.
I just see
know,
where the
that-
brush came from now. So.
Yes. This has this little plastic like
Excuse me.
blush brush in it. We got home the other night from the mall like at 10 o'clock and realized that Marley had one of those, but there was one of these sets that was open and she'd been carrying it around. We didn't realize she took it.
So she has 2 brushes.
We would return it. Usually we would return something like that, but it was like a little piece of a set that was all finagled and messed up, so we figured they probably don't want it anyways.
Yeah.
There's something in here, like a rock or something.
Oh, weird. So Carl, okay, super chat. Wow, geez, Tahoe Blaze, seriously? All right. Hopefully, Dolphin Panda's not here and get all crazy now. But yeah, let's go. Geez, just
That's not.
I know it's Tahoe Blaze. I just
That's not the one that was the other night.
Oh, okay. See, stay healthy and have a Merry Christmas.
Something.
Super, super kind of you. Oh my gosh, thank you very much. That's
I don't know how to wrap this.
so nice. Did you see that? Super chat. That's crazy.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you
Jeez.
very much. Like
You guys are so generous.
she didn't see it or so. Slap this super chat with a super.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's really kind. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. I can't even express how we touch you are on extended things like that. Like it just doesn't make sense, but it's so amazing and so helpful. It really does. Like we were saying, like this is our full time job now. Like it occupies all of our time, and
Yeah, between creating content, answering comments, answering emails, talking to people on the phone that need our mostly Dan's help and advice, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully sooner than later we'll be getting some good brand collaborations, so we won't need to have so many people contributing, but it's so kind of you
Yeah,
guys, and we
but
really,
still-
really appreciate it. It helps us a lot.
Still, yeah, definitely
I'm
Feel
trying to find
the-
an
feel
off
the-
switch on this because
the mic struggle.
it's gonna like make noise in the wrapping.
There's gotta be something. Here, just open the bottom of it with this. I'll look for that. If you want, you can grab the next
It's
one.
not on the bottom.
For real though, geez, that was really kind of you. Thank you. After watching you guys and talking back and forth, I feel like I know you guys. That's the whole idea of this. Now you just need to get like join on and to our membership. Hopefully she'll go back to sleep. Join and
There's
become
no off switch.
a member. Sorry, we just heard the 22-month-old little Marley start crying over in the other room. Wrap it in a paper bag, Andrea.
Good idea.
Just throw it in there.
I actually have a paper bag. I don't usually.
But yeah, Stormbridger. That's Stormbringer. I keep saying Bridger, but it is Bringer. That's the idea with our memberships is we want it to feel that way. These lives that we're doing right now, the Wednesday live in particular is the one that we have. Usually it's just members only. YouTube's still trying to figure out their end of it, unlocking it down. Normally it's just you would only be here if you were a member. But right now, because they don't have it figured out, you can still watch, but you can't generally comment. But when we lost our live earlier and I re-signed in, I forgot to put that it was for the members link. And so now everybody gets to chat. So thank goodness we did. But yeah, we all wanted to feel that way. Have you guys get to know our story and get to know, like we know a lot of our followers when they pop in, like the ones that stand out, we know about them and who they are to some degree on here, so we
We
know
know
who to
that by
look
their
for.
screen names, which are
Yeah, and
Interesting.
then some different facts here and there from on some people, so it is cool. It's fun to be a part of a group and our online family. We really love and want to foster the love that we have on here. So
these cups are really cool for the babies.
yeah,
So they're like sealed all the way around, but if you like sip on it right here, then it comes out. But they're like spill proof. So
Pretty
those
cool.
are good.
So yeah, sign up for our membership. There should be a thing on there on the home screen. Andrew's got her explain where it's at if you still have it pulled up. But
You just go to our main channel page, and there's a button that says join.
There you
It's
go.
right there on the top.
so join. It's like $2.99 a month, or there's different levels you can sign up for. But anyways, sign up and be here with us. If you do sign up, it's cool because you get that icon and a little badge on the end of your name, so it stands out that you're one of our OGs and you stand out above all the regular commenters that come through here, and people that just float through here will know from everybody else that anyways, you'll be known as our family, so our online family. It is cool. I love it. I hope it just starts to accelerate and we can do
You
some
have
more
a
this time and
Charger cord over there. that's
Yeah.
plugged in
for you.
for my phone. No.
Yeah, I can grab one.
No, you don't have one that's plugged in.
I can just give you this one right here.
Are you good on battery for sure?
Yeah, for now. Here, max out.
Thanks.
But yeah, so sign up, become a. Here, unplug it for a second so I can unravel it. Pull our.
Oi, memory foam is not good to sit on. It stinks.
Yeah, memory foam on a That's a dumb idea. um, but I don't mean that. It's not really. It's like it's super nice. We obviously love it. It's just you sit in the same, mainly sitting is a rough time when your butt those
So
sinks in.
if you guys can see Stephanie, she just did a nice demonstration of the custom emojis you get, and then you can see the star by her name. She's a member that we see all the time.
Bonnie, the girls aren't well. The littlest one's in bed. Marley's in bed, and Maisie's asleep on the couch next to Uriah. So
And we locked the door.
yeah,
So that's why we're not wrapping any presents for the older kids, because we're worried they might run into our YouTube live, because they're
Snoopy,
on YouTube
smart enough to figure it out.
sometimes.
So,
The babies won't.
you are
They watch
so
YouTube
happy and
Kids.
so in love. I also have arachnoiditis. Oh, Nelly, hang on, hold on, we got to chat here. So you also have arachnoiditis, Dan, and it is truly awful. I'm losing my legs because of it too. So
Yes,
Nelly?
Kendra, we go live just whenever we can, but the lives for members are just scheduled weekly, so
I usually,
yeah, John goes live a lot when he goes to the gym and stuff.
yeah, the last 3 or 4 weeks have been horrible with Andrea. It started out with Andrea and her COVID, and then it's just been flopping through everybody that's been sick since then. So I'm up taking care of the babies or anybody that's sick through the night. Can't bail in the morning anyways. I'm usually tired, and then can't leave them with Andrea because I don't want Andrea to get sickified with her MS. Just wiped her out more. So hopefully I can get back to the gym soon. Need to get in there. I would love it.
It's been a rough 3 or 4 weeks.
So Nelly, with your arachnoiditis, if you, gosh, this is where I want to just be able to chat back and forth real quick and figure stuff out. But first off, sign up, become one of our members also, so that you're here and can chat more often. But I did this last week with a girl also with Jennifer? Jenny. Found out she was also suffering from arachnoiditis. So is it, do you have the adhesive arachnoiditis or just arachnoiditis? What caused yours? And were you a spinal cord injury, or just did you get it from like, what are the injections?
Epidural.
Like an epidural type thing? What happened? And you say you're losing your legs because of it. Can you tell me why a little bit on that? Sorry, I'm super curious. It's such a crazy unknown, not unknown, but
4
rarely
failed
talked
back
about.
operations on my spine,
Oh, so you gotta get down there.
meningitis, discitis, then arachnoiditis, and now I'm slowly losing feeling in my legs and will end up paralyzed too.
Right.
So
Gosh.
hard.
Right.
So hard, the trials that I have to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to have,
You can do it.
what to say, Kendra, you are going to have no membership lives.
I
Oh,
just already
yeah,
answered.
okay. I was still back here. Yeah, for sure. Pookie, give me a thumbs up if it's Pookie, and then if it's not, give me a thumbs down if it's Poochie. I had a friend I worked with up on the military base with law enforcement stuff I did up there, and it was Pookie, but I swear it was spelled the same. So it's from
There used to
Japan,
be a
I
cartoon
think.
named Poochie.
Welcome to love. All right, see, there we go. Nelly, proud of you for signing up. So
Nelly
Yeah.
just signed up for a membership,
Nelly,
you
so
guys.
now you can fill me in. See, this is the family.
Now we'll know you
Yeah.
by name.
This is how the family grows, and see how her name's on our screen. It's up at the top now. Shows that
It is
shows
on
her
theirs,
up
too.
here chatting. So it
Not
stands
because
out.
we don't want to know everybody, but it's just with the numbers that there are of followers and the amount of comments that come in, we just can't. It's just not physically possible. So the memberships allows it to kind of narrow down to a smaller group of people that we can get to know on a more personal level, because they stand out amongst all the other thousands of people and comments and stuff. So
Man, let's see, what was that conversation about? Sleep apnea, more than 15 years. Sleeping with a CPAP machine doesn't even work now. That's crazy stuff. I've been wiped out forever. I actually just found out recently, and back at way up before my spinal cord injury, before everything, like I'd always had issues with staying awake through school, through church, through anytime I just sit mundane for a minute, like my body would just like shut down. Nelly, see,
maybe this is
Throwing
the
down the-
bunny that Maisie was talking about.
oh,
Hopefully.
okay, so that's hers. Okay, hopefully.
That's right. Okay, so when I told her no, that's not yours, she's probably like freaking out.
Oh man.
Okay, so which one was the one that I ended up saying to both of them? I think it's this one under here.
Oh no. Okay.
But I want to cross off. Which one was it?
The big one was the first one that you made to both of them, and then there was the. Was it one of those ones down there?
No.
See Nelly busting out the super chat with a smiley face. Yeah, so now you're standing out either way. Throwing it down. Let's see. So nice chatting with you guys. Talk to you later. It's 10:49 my time. All right, Bonnie. Good night. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hazelnut. Hey guys.
Yeah, it's almost midnight here.
Yeah, it's getting later by the minute.
What?
Huh.
Look how cute is it?
That is so cute. It's weird, like we're like shopping for. It's just weird.
Babies again.
No, yeah, it's weird. Weird stuff. Is this one you're talking about? It's right on my lap.
Yes.
It's like right here in front of us.
Where, how did you get that on your lap?
I have no idea. You sat on there or something.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the live to see what happened.
Holy crap!
We've been like searching for this present sitting there on his lap, but it's like one of the first ones I wrapped. Why is it on your lap? Where'd the marker go?
Oh, you're gonna try and get me for that too? I don't know where. No. I have my bag of
There it is.
tricks.
To Mark.
Come on. Okay. Yeah, I love that everybody's here, even though it is so late. I know it's late. For most of us, it's late. Some people, it's sickly early. But see it. So it's snowing up there for Hazelnut. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I used to hate Christmas time so bad. It's like such a Scroogey dude.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why exactly. I just hated probably because you had to like it was so commercialized. It just didn't feel like a real like thoughtful holiday type thing. You just go buy a bunch of stuff, have crazy Black Friday, everybody fight for everything and spend all your money and everybody forget about it day or next week when you can't remember anything they got. So but with the little kids it changed that. I'm better with it. I just still have a hard time when Christmas songs start coming on. Maybe that's because my mom used to play them from like, I don't know, from like April on or something. It seemed like she started Christmas stuff way too early. That was crazy.
There's another little girly thing for
Oh.
Maisie. I think this has.
Oh, and another shoplifted piece. You can't just throw it in there. Zippers are.
It's broken. This has a little lip gloss and a fingernail polish and a makeup. For those that weren't here when we talked about it, little Miss Maisie is obsessed with makeup right now. She's 3.5 years old. And she always steals my makeup. which I don't really have that much. I usually just wear like blush, mascara, sometimes eyeshadow, and like Carmex for my lips. But I do have stuff that's
Makeup.
been given to me over the years, so I've handed it down to her, like lipstick and stuff that I don't use. But last week or the week before, she stole a bunch of my makeup out of my little basket that I have on our bathroom counter.
Marley did.
She blames it on Marley, but she did it. She puts it in this little Halloween basket that she carries around. And then
Like a pumpkin trick or treat bucket.
Yeah,
That
so-
orange bucket.
all day she was like putting makeup on, and she was putting makeup on Marley, and I didn't realize until the nighttime that it was my makeup, the ones that I use every day. And so I took it back from her and put it away and told her not to take it without asking, that mommy will share with you, but you can't take it without asking. And so then
I know where this is going. It's
the
funny.
next day, she,
Wow, there we go, Kendra.
yay, Kendra joined.
Love it.
Awesome.
I was gonna say you better join. You need
Thanks.
to join.
So the next day, Maisie came in to our bathroom while I was doing my makeup, and she goes, "I didn't take your makeup, Mom." And I was like, "Oh, you didn't?" She's like, "Nope, I didn't take it." So I look over in my makeup basket, and sure enough, it was gone again. And so then I said, "Where did you put it? Where's your little pumpkin bucket thing?" And so she like runs out of my room and stands in front of her door to her room. Just closed. She closes it so nobody can get her stuff. So Marley can't get her stuff.
She locks it too because
Yeah, she's been locking all the doors. Anyway, she stands in front of her door. She says, "Mom, you can't go in. This is my room." She's 3.5. This is my room. And I was like, "Excuse me, you can go in." And so I kind of work around her and open the door. And then I start walking towards where her little bucket is. And so then she runs after me. "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom." When she realized she'd been busted.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, it was funny. It just cracked me up too.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. "I'm sorry."
So Nelly, your surgeon made 2 mistakes in. My surgeon only made 2 mistakes in 1,000 operations, and unfortunately, I was one of them. He accidentally cut my spine, and fluid went to my brain. Got meningitis and discitis, and now I'm left with arachnoiditis. Wow. Holy cow.
Who used to be a fan of My Little Pony?
Yeah.
I love the vintage stuff. It's so cute. I guess they still have My Little Pony, but this looks vintage.
It does. It's cute. It looks
So
like it's
cute.
from like the 80s.
That's
It's
for little
cute.
Marley.
Gosh, I can't
So-
believe that whole story. That's so crazy. It's
Nelly put
so
a comment.
lame.
"Do you have unbearable pain when you sneeze, cough, laugh too hard, constipation, being sick? If that happens to me, I absolutely hit the roof with pain. I scream with pain. It's too much." Yeah, definitely with constipation, we figured that out during a hospital stay one time when they realized through a scan that he was like super backed up and his pain was like really gnarly. And then they gave him something to flush it all out, and the pain like didn't it like go away?
Yeah,
Almost
for
all the way for
yeah,
one
for
minute.
like
So I think
half a day almost.
I think that's being paralyzed. That's a constant struggle. So I'm sure that adds to a lot of your pain.
Yeah, being the fact that I'm sitting and then my digestive tract is slower because of the paralysis. Yeah, it's like I run backed up all the time. Anyways, so it's kind of yeah, it's just unavoidable part of my battle.
This is a 3D,
Oh,
but it looks
it looks
small.
small. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the arachnoiditis. So my pain is always here. It's always at like a 3. I feel like I'm a stubborn guy with a high tolerance to pain, but so like a 3 is where like it's like super uncomfortable. I'm hurting, but I'm able to have a conversation with y'all and excuse me, be in the moment, laugh and pick up on things around me. When it gets to like a 4 and a 5, it starts like zeroing in on things, drop out of the background. I get more hyper focused on what's going on and just directly with me, and my pain starts to get unbearable, and the fact I know I start to get really antsy because I know how bad it's gonna get if it gets too far. So then my anxiety bumps, and then my pain's bumping, and then it's just a matter of trying to get it under control with the different measures that I have. Um, Trying to get it under control before it gets too far. And then the one thing I have that has been my saving grace when it gets to the crazy, crazy, like 10, 11, 12 pains is a medication called Ketorolac. It's like ibuprofen it's like a beefed up ibuprofen, and it's the only thing that brings me back down out of those crazy, crazy, crazy pains. Like they've done IV everything, stuck everything on me that has any sort of pain relieving factor, fentanyl, all that stuff, and then none of it has ever done anything beneficial like that. But so, anyways, um, yeah, lots of pain all the time. Uh, Crazy things trigger it. Yeah,
We should probably get our
everything,
kids in bed.
all sorts of things trigger it. Just like I fell over a little bit earlier when I was messing around with the girls and bumped my behind on the corner of this desk nightstand behind me, and when I did that, like for the next hour and a half or two, like it just felt like I hurt from where I hit, which is weird because being that I'm a paraplegic, I'm not supposed to have a bunch of the different sensations I do. It's so weird. Spinal cord injuries are just weird. Everything is so different. Nothing's textbook. It's just crazy. Um, like everything is just an exception to the rule, and it's so crazy. But anyways, because of that fall and the weird things that I would feel afterwards, the pain was just so heightened. Um, and anytime there's something different, it does aggravate the pain and just brings it around. So whether that's cold or whether that's bumping it or whether the kids are riding on my lap and bouncing and getting all crazy or um, anything, and then I just deal with the different kinds of pain that brings in. The adhesive arachnoiditis is really gnarly and painful, and nothing really works to make it go away or stop. Um, Rayvard, I'm a subscriber, just started watching your videos of you guys. Where are you guys from? So we're here in Utah. Where are you joining us from, Ray? Um, glad to have you watching. It's awesome. Those we haven't spun our info thing out there for a little bit, but somebody bird something Utah. Um, I'll get back to that. But anyways, those who don't know us, Dan and Andrea, we are married. Been married. We just had our 8-year wedding anniversary. We have 6 children. We've both married prior, and Andrea brought 2 boys to our marriage. I brought 2 girls, and then we've had 2 girls of our own. I had an accident 9 years ago, so before we met, it was a construction fall, fell and broke my back. I am in a wheelchair. I have L1. I had an L1 burst fracture amongst other injuries, and basically, so I'm an L1 incomplete is how they rate my injury in the spinal cord world. Sorry, and gosh dang it, now I moved. So see, I talk about different things triggering the pain. It just Andrew's not here to take over. I'm sorry for a second. Normally, I have Andrea to just cover for me for a minute. Geez, all I did is move the folder off of my lap, and sometimes I just all. um, it takes. Geez, forgot where I was at. So yeah. Anyways, I have the spinal cord injury. I'm in a wheelchair. Use a wheelchair. Um, and I have a secondary condition called adhesive arachnoiditis, and that's due to the trauma and the different surgeries and things that I've had in my back related to my spinal cord, and so um, then the nerve pain just gets really intense and insurmountable sometimes. So that when it just kicked a minute ago, that was going from like a 3 to a 4 or maybe a 4.5 ish. But if it gets any worse than that, then I like can't talk, and I just have to go silent for a minute till I can get it under control and whatever. I guess I can turn and face the camera now that we're not wrapping presents. Andrea, I think, went out to go rally the kids, make sure that we can get them. Oh, losing my height on my stand. 1 second, y'all. Get you a little seasick. Hopefully you're not too high now. Let's see where. I just like went to push the tripod and it like shrunk down super low. Still kind of doing that. I'll just raise this thing up. So, all right. I'll just showed you guys my palm. Hopefully there's no palm readers that now know everything about me. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just, random thought from bumping my head all these times.
Tell Nelly about your disc. Thanks for the super chats.
Tell Nelly about my desk.
Disc.
The pump.
Are you talking about the baclofen pump? Probably.
Yeah, so Nelly, I don't know what you have or what you've gone through. See if that's what she's talking about. But yeah, as far as one of the biggest things I found that treat me, because before we figured out what the arachnoiditis was, which was a 4.5 year waiting journey. We tried everything to try to figure out what was going on, but in treating it now, so I'm not just in crazy pain all day long or just experiencing big bursts of pain all day long. I have a few things in place. One of them is this baclofen pump, which is a pump. It's like a hockey puck sized disc that's in my abdomen area. I'm gonna cut your head off if I go any lower. I'm just kind of point to kind of where it's at, and then I can raise it. So have my waist is just below where the camera is. Again. And then, anyways, I've got I'll do that. So you can kind of see the outline through my shirt. Just let me move my 6-pack out of the way so you can kind of see it. You laugh. You're not supposed to laugh.
I'm not laughing about the 6 pack. I'm laughing about moving a 6-pack out of the way.
No. So yeah. Anyways, get this back where people just going to see. I've got that baclofen pump or pain pump. I use a medication called baclofen in it, which helps to relax the pain. So I have a little catheter, a little hose that goes from that pump, and it goes around in my spinal cord or just above the level where my injury is. So my injury being at 1, it's just above it, and then it just goes down from there. God, what's on my stomach? I'm gonna read what that was in just a second. But anyways, it has been a huge help after we got through that journey of getting it installed and some of the complications we ran into for a minute. But it allows me to live and function a fairly normal amount of time and fairly normal life where I'm not just totally grumping and in crazy pain and falling on the floor and screaming and looking like a fool. But anyways, if that's the disc you're talking about, as far as that goes too, to explain a little bit more, so it has that medication. The pump is good for 7 years. I'm coming up on needing a new one in about 13 months, I guess. But you go in every 3 or 4 months or longer, depending on. There's two different sizes. I went with the smaller one because I didn't want it sticking out very far. Um, Call me vain, I guess. But anyways, I didn't want it sticking out. So I have to go in like every 3 months. If you went with the bigger one, then obviously I could go like 6 months without having to go in for regular Phillips. But when you go in, they just stick a needle through your abdomen, like through the skin into that, and take the old stuff out, put more new stuff in, and you're good to go. Uh, Game changer though, super amazing, has helped a ton. So there's a trial that you can do of the medication before you ever even get to that point, and so that's another thing to look at and consider. So with the baclofen, um, yeah, geez, I could go on. I got too much info on this stuff. But anyways, it works. It's there. It works. I went the smaller one, um, but it definitely helps out so that we can live a normal life. I can function. I can run around and do projects and be happy and smile. It's, for a while, seriously, it got rough. It got super
Yeah,
rough when I was in when it was to the point where we were looking for crazy help and couldn't find it. It was just so crappy. What's this yellow thing up here? It
I
popped
can't remember. Did Nellie say where she lives?
excuse me, Nelly. Did you say where you lived? If you even if throw it out there one more time if you did. I'm sorry. Wow, Ray Bird. Hey, dang Ray, appreciate it. Thank you. The super
Welcome.
chat. Um,
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Um, that's awesome. Thank you. Just had let's see. What were you saying about the?
Cute little character on there.
Yeah. Boy, there is a lot of estrogen in that house. Yeah. Oh crap, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, the pump. Okay, Steph. So yeah. So
She's
if you
already-
have more questions about that, so if you do have questions about it and you want me to fill you in more on it, you can email us. Just go to our web page. You can just go to thewheelchairdad.com and it has our email address and stuff on there. And email me, and we can get into a conversation. We can swap whatever email or phone numbers, chat for a minute, and get caught up and learned on what we're both dealing with, and share that, because I spend a lot of time on the phone with different people when they see some of the pain videos, and they're like been looking for years. Like for me, for 4.5 years, I was trying to figure out what the heck I had, and doctors had no clue. And so, yeah, I imagine there's other people that are dealing with that. One time was a spinal cord injury guy that I talked to. For 15 years, he'd been looking for an answer, and then saw one of my videos that Andrea did when I was having one of my spasms, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's what I'm feeling. There's no way to explain. Like that's so intense. That's it." Like he begged me to get in touch, and we talked on the phone for hours trying to swap information and get him information where he could go take it to his doctor.
Have
And
you had any updates from him recently?
last one I got, no, I need to actually probably reach out and see. Last one he finally got on the Ketorolac, which was a huge help. But
He did.
yeah, he did. His doctor finally got him the help on that. And the last message, he was like, it was like a great, just like a good
Gotta share those
thing.
things with me.
I thought we did. I swear you were there.
Nellie, if you haven't tried injectable Ketorolac, also known as Toradol, you need to try that when the pain gets breakthrough, like you were saying, when you just have to
Excuse me.
scream in pain.
Can you hand me that water?
The Ketorolac
Let's do your water.
knocks it out in like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically just a souped up ibuprofen,
Yeah, so you can't use it.
It's an anti-inflammatory. You can't use it all the time because it affects your
Gut.
gut. But you can use it like a few times a week or whatever for breakthrough pain. And it's just a little injection for real. It's like a game changer when to stop that like super 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 intense
Yeah, it's like
pain.
I can end up on sitting on a whole pile of hydromorphone injection needles that tried to inject to help control the pain, and once it gets past a certain point, like nothing stops it. It's like Superman pain, and then but yeah, that Toradol was like crazy. It just did it. So um,
It's a medication. I just typed on there so you could see what it's called. It's a medication that it's kind of a like an older medication, and even here in the United States, they don't really use it that often. They use it, I think, more for inpatient stuff, and don't really tell you what it's called, just because that's like usually a temporary thing, and it is a medication that can affect your organs. Um, but they do regular blood work on Dan, and he's been on it for years, and so far he hasn't had any negative things that they can see. But
the one of their main concerns is like if I was taking that and then still taking like the ibuprofen 800s or something, like I would just wreck my liver and whatever.
yeah, but
things, but
yeah, so it's one that we had to like
Kendra,
beg doctors
night.
for.
Love you too. Merry Christmas.
We started seeing a doctor in California and had to fly to go see him, and he's the one that initially like prescribed it for Dan. Finally, he had it in the hospital a couple times, and it was like magic for him, and so it's really hard to get a doctor to prescribe it because they are worried that it will affect your kidneys.
Liver, and then your liver, and then your stomach, because I guess like so ibuprofen, like they say, is like really rough on your stomach, but it's like when you do the Ketorolac, it's like times 10 if you were to use it in like a excessive way. It's just super harsh, but I think it's nice because it doesn't go through your liver and kidneys and stuff because it's injected, um, and so it's better that way, and it hits a lot quicker, and like when I was in the hospital for different pain things, and the doctor, yeah, the first time they ever used it, the doctor had been like, man, I tried everything in your IV, like nothing has worked. I'm so sorry, like I don't even know what to do to bring you any comfort. He's like, I can tell you, like you're in real pain. I don't know what to do, and um, he's like, oh, the only other thing I have is this stuff that's like old, not fancy and modern. It's just old fashioned, old Toradol, and basically like ibuprofen, just really strong ibuprofen, and
Get out.
yeah, he stuck that in the IV machine, and finally after like hours and hours of major pain, I think this was probably like one where I was like in like this crazy 6 or 8 or 10 hour freaking hit, and all of a sudden it just like knocked me out. I was like sleeping, and so
And then they told us they couldn't prescribe it like as a regular medication.
yeah, that
So
was lame. Just because of that, like so.
thanks, Stephanie, for keeping up on the chat. I did see that Nellie was from the UK.
Oh,
And
geez.
then hi Peter. Nice to see you again. I know we've seen you on here before. Lots of times. I think.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, crazy stuff. I was 42 when I got the operations, and 49 after the arachnoiditis takes 12 years of my life. I've been told I have 2 kids. It seems to be oxycodone. Okay.
No, it's a completely different medication than oxycodone.
Yeah, oxycodone and all the other different oral things, and yeah, it's not. It's like if you know what ibuprofen is, it's like really legit. It's like an NSAID. Um, hey, roller skater for fun. It's an NSAID, but like I use 30 milligrams at a time, and I generally, even if I'm not in crazy pain, I'll try to do it every. Sorry, every. Dang it! Keeps getting. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to when I'm having like a. I try to do it in the morning so that I have it through the daytime. But anyways, that's.
You can't see, but Dan's legs are like trembling right now. He's having a pain spasm, probably because my legs are on top of him.
No, I was doing it when you left the room. Actually, earlier. Like when you walked out, I was like, "Oh, where'd she go?" Like I was doubled over and couldn't talk for a minute. So dumb. Yeah, it gets really painful. It's like,
That's awesome, Peter. Remind us where you live. It seems like you're from New Zealand or something. Trying to remember. I feel so bad when I can't remember specifics, but obviously you're not in the United States if you just got back from golfing because it's the middle of the night here.
yeah,
Oh man, I get so tired of rapping.
but you're so good at it.
Oh,
Yeah. So
why is it?
roller skater for fun. Thank you. You're inspiring. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Man.
So last night, sorry.
No, go.
Last night my feet were freezing cold. Like so cold when I got in bed. And Dan literally scooted down to the bottom of the bed and laid like, so I'm laying this way and he laid his body like this, like on the bottom of our bed, and like put my feet on his chest to warm them up and insisted on laying down there to warm my feet up. That's the kind of guy Dan is.
Wait. Yeah.
Anyway, just remembered that. So nice.
Yeah, she has some really cold feet. Usually, she doesn't have that
Yeah.
problem, but
Does your body lock up when it gets cold? Your nerve pain gets worse.
it gets worse, and definitely the
With
cold
my
makes
MS,
it
my
really
body
rigid.
locks up like crazy when I get cold. Oh my gosh, I hate it.
Yeah, things are much more rigid, and
I get like my everything
Stifled.
gets stiff, and I literally like I just get like, oh, my neck starts to hurt. Everything hurts. I don't like the intense cold.
yeah, the cold
Yeah, they
definitely
are.
gets it.
Nelly's
it?
commenting on your muscles.
Oh,
Flex. Oh yeah. Good stuff.
this is Andrea's teeny tiny, so they just make it look. They just makes it look bigger.
Oh yeah, the metal. If the metal in his back. Do you notice that on the metal in your back?
I don't notice it.
She
No.
said her brother.
My back
locks up
fat
when-
keeps it nice and warm back there.
I know, Stephanie. Actually, Dan got me like a, I don't know, covers like 3/4 of the length of my body, like a heating pad. And I love that thing, and I sleep with it. But it makes my MS go nuts. Like it makes my whole body in pain and causes fatigue and stuff. I was actually like starting to, like I went through this time where I just not too long ago where I like could not get out of bed until like later in the afternoon, and I was just like feeling so crappy, and I realized that I had been sleeping with that heating pad every night for like months, and I stopped sleeping with it and things got better pretty quick. So I hate it. I love the heating pads,
Yeah.
and I would love a heated blanket, but I don't think my body could handle it.
I used to have a heated water bed.
New Zealand, I knew it was somewhere.
I had
Over there.
a heated water bed that was so nice. Like through my like probably from the time I was like 15 on into married life for the first time. I don't remember how long I kept it after that, but probably not. But anyways, the heated water bed was so nice. Like come home, I did
Did I say
construction
New
and
Zealand?
stuff.
Where did I say for Peter? Did I say New Zealand?
I think so, yeah. But anyways. place. Yeah, the heated waterbed would be phenomenal if the waterbed wasn't so crappy to try to lay in and have for a bed. What are you doing?
I keep putting this one back because I don't wrap it. So then I keep accidentally pulling it out again and then being like, it's too big and weird.
That's
Okay,
funny.
I'm gonna go for it.
You can go back to rapping now?
I've been
Just
wrapping.
rapping that thing. Let's see. What else are we? Who else we got on?
Magic bags? What do you mean?
So for what?
Your husband farts all night.
Who does that?
Nelly.
Hopefully he doesn't do that covered wagon to you. Oh dear.
Oh.
What about? Let's see.
Okay.
I
Go
think
for it.
those. I stick those on. I called
I'm
those.
gonna make a
So-
giant.
Stephanie, did you figure out what the magic bags were yet, or are they like those water bags? Like do you put hot water in and stuff? Or what? I wanted to meet you, roller skater, roller skate for fun. I want to meet you one day. You're an amazing person, and everything you do, it is a wish that I could meet you one day. Thank you. Where are you from? Where are you from? And if you are wanting to stick that close to me and us, you should definitely join our family.
If you guys, speaking of which, I don't know if
Membership
any
here.
of you guys are anywhere near where we are or where we might be traveling in the summer, but if you do ever see us, please say hi.
Yeah, for real.
Sometimes it feels like people recognize us and then
Hey Nancy.
don't say hi, and it's kind of awkward. But
Yeah.
we do get a lot of people that do say hi, which is awesome, and we've heard a lot of people's stories that just really touch our hearts and make this all of the work we put into the social media worth it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You
We do you
sleep-
one
you're
favor
sleepy?
while you're up. We do me a huge favor and grab in the drawer over there is the bag of protein Rolos. Those colored ones, the little ones. Just in case the kids come in and need a treat. So the magic bags are those heated bean. Oh, the bean packs that you heat in the microwave. Yeah, those are cool. And the love he shows. And the love that he shows when I'm cold. That's the love he shows when I'm cold.
The farts in the bag.
Nice. Hello from Baba Jaga. Roller skater for fun. You're in Texas. Texas seems like such an awesome place. Unless they end up, well, not unless. I mean, even if they become their own country. Yeah, where in Texas are you guys? Where are you at in Texas?
My mom's from Lubbock.
Lubbock. But yeah, if you don't mind shouting out where you're at, we won't show up without your permission. Austria. So Baba Jaga,
Put another shrimp
Austria.
on the Lubbock.
Austria, Wien. Nelly, the UK.
It's funny how many different time zones are in this chat right now.
I live. Baba Jaga says I live your fam. Live for your fam. Love your fam. Love that you're tuning in all the way from where you. Geez, all the way from what? What'd you say? Is it Netherlands?
I said Midland.
Midland.
Texas.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, she's answering something else. Sorry. What did she got her back to me? Couldn't hear her. Couldn't read her lips. Yeah, I love that you're here. Geez, it's so cool with this how quick the world starts to seem small when people are tuning in from all over the place. It's weird to think of that, but I was the one with the brother that had polio. I wrote about it. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that. Stormbringer. Inspiration. Thanks, Nelly. It's super kind of you. Super kind. And roller skater for fun. Says goes to Lubbock all the time. Did you read that already? I'm not sure if you read that or not. Let's see. No, looks good.
Look at this. That is a good wrapping
Did
job.
good.
But look. Oh, wrong way. It's a magic package.
Hopefully it doesn't get all spooky. We have a weird.
Definitely gonna have to make sure not to put that one out till Christmas morning because
We have
might be a dead giveaway.
yeah. We have
Something
a
magical.
weird thing with electronics and things in our house. All the kids' toys like randomly start to play in the middle of the night. Actually, don't get us going on the spooky stuff because I swear our house is haunted. Yeah, we've had some funky things happen. But
Yeah, Stephanie, I think it will get old fast, and I couldn't find an off button, so.
you know what I've learned to do on all these things that make noise?
Okay.
What I do? What? Oh, what did
Look.
you do it upside down?
I did it upside down. What?
Duct tape.
Okay.
Fix it. What was I just gonna spout off on? Crap, I don't know.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
who are just tuning in or coming through here don't know who we are. Dan and Andrea. I'm in a wheelchair. Broke my back 9 years ago. We've been married for 8. Oh, let's hear more of the spooky stuff. That's what I was talking about. I'll get to it 1 second. But yeah, so Andrea and I, we've brought our families together. We both had 2 kids when we met. So that made 4 when we got married. And then we've had 2 more in the last few years. So we have kids ranging from 22 months old to 3.5. And then basically just 2 11-year-olds and 2 16-year-olds. Yeah, what you got?
But roller skater for fun rope.
Hold on, let me go back.
No.
Where did you go? Or did
It's
you
down further.
you get stuff?
Whoa.
What? Am I like way behind?
Hazelnut.
What happened? Oh my goodness, what in the world? For real?
Thank you so much. Jeez, you guys are way too generous. Oh,
Thank
IMC.
you.
The IMC is where my ex-husband was when he had his motorcycle accident. I spent months in that hospital in 2013. Dang, that's crazy. We should meet you someday.
Gosh,
Hazelnut,
yeah, we
if
need
you're
to.
here in Utah.
Definitely should meet up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's so kind. That's seriously, thank you. That's amazing.
Stephanie.
What'd Stephanie do?
She said duct tape mutes all noises, even mouths.
Oh, I was going to talk about that too. Yeah, that's great. So, the thing with noises, the toys that make noises, I've learned to put tape over the speaker holes. Well, I went a little extreme at first, and I'd take my little screwdrivers and I'd stick them through and I'd break the speakers so that they wouldn't work. But then I feel bad. So now I just put that was when I was a newer father. And now I can just put like tape over it with like something to
Remember
beef it
the
up.
time we took
What? Oh, yeah, you probably shouldn't mention that.
No,
But
we're not gonna talk about
duct tape, it works even for if you're a farmer. Oh, wow. Okay. But anyways, yeah, spooky stuff. Stormbringer back on our journey here. So Our house.
But wait,
Wait, we'll get to it.
did you talk about roller skater for fun's younger brother?
No, wait.
So
You were
she's-
starting to say
oh.
something and I couldn't find
She
it.
says, I have a younger brother who suffers from type 1 diabetes and he's only 8 and he likes you and is inspired by you.
Oh, serious?
That's so sweet.
That's so cool. Seriously, we have a
I
bunch
love
of
that so much. Tell your brother we say hi.
yeah, we have a bunch of little younger people that tune in and live and beyond our lives, and it's seriously it's so cool to like have these little 8, 9, 10, 12 year olds on there saying, "Oh, please just say my name," so it, you know, like makes their day. But
Mhm.
it's seriously to have them being inspired and drawn to our page is just so cool. Um, so cool. That's really cool.
Yes, we are in Utah, roller skater for fun. I can't remember if you said where you are. Oh yeah, you're the one in Midland, Texas. Sorry. Thanks, Stephanie, for helping us keep up on stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Need a little help in there. So yeah, on the toys,
The
somebody
little
said
bunny.
something about the batteries. If the batteries are dead or out, they just know that you gotta put new batteries in. But I'll still have it so that it works, but that it's all muted. So even on the ones that have like different volume levels, 1 and 2, like I'll put the tape over it with like whatever else, cotton ball or paper or something folded up underneath it, and then tape it over it, and then it still barely plays, and it's like enough that they can hear that it works, and they're not trying to
I'm like sticking my butt in the camera. It's so awkward.
trying to
Sorry.
get she's
I'm
trying to
gonna
get
go
more
over
super
here.
chats. So
Stop.
um,
Knock it
anyways,
off.
just teasing. Um, that's super cool. Do it. I'll tell them down here up there.
For a minute. 'cause my back's hurt.
Okay. Um, what part? I have family up there. Let's see. Hey, when I get behind on here, so I'm not sure. A skater for fun and Andrea and Denver, Utah. I'll tell him.
How old
Okay.
are you, roller skater for fun? If you don't mind me asking, if you have a brother that's 8, you're probably pretty young too. She says they go to Salt Lake all the time
That's cool. And live where?
in Texas.
Texas.
She's
Oh,
the one
but
that's in
okay.
Texas.
I was like, geez, yeah. If you come here all the time, for sure, let us know. Yeah, for sure. That'd be so cool to
Meet your little brother
meet
and you.
anybody that. Yeah, it's seriously just cool. It's not like a fame weird thing. Like I don't know when we meet or run into people that know us. It's seriously like so. So he's 15.
15. Go to bed.
So
Just
it
kidding.
is just seriously so cool to bump into and run into people that know and follow and love our story and part of our journey and become a part of our family. So it's super awesome. Love it.
What do you guys come to Utah for? Do you have family here or?
Good boy, my hero. Thanks, Baba. So kind. I appreciate it. It's so cool. Thank you, Baba Jaga. Need to watch Dark Knight Project Horror and Really Be Haunted. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so my daughter, my oldest daughter, well, I mean, my 15-year-old daughter,
16.
16. Jeez, man, I just saw 15. Yeah. Anyways, she just turned 16 last month. So, anyways, she used to see images, people in our old house. When I was married to their mom, and it was spooky, crazy stories that she would see a mom in a child in her house all the time. And at first it freaked her out until I like walked her through it and finally figured it out. It was like, do you see something? Like, and this is when she was like 4 or something. She'd shake her head and be like, "Is it like, are they scary?" She would, "No." Is it a man or a woman? Finally found out it was a mom and a child, and that they weren't scary, but they were just there watching us all the time. It was really weird. Like, not constantly, but she would like know when they'd come in. Like all of a sudden, you'd see her like switch into like watching ghost mode and be like, "Do you see them?" She'd be like, "Yeah." It was just weird. But anyways, here in our house, like Andrea and I have both had our own experiences. Ray, Vert, I'm gonna get to the motorcycle thing in a second. Let me try to spit out a little bit of my scary story thing. But here at this house, it's not like a crazy weird mansion with like doom or anything weird. It's, um, but we both had experiences where like the garage door or back door like open and slam shut. Um, so we make sure those doors are like locked all the time now.
Stop, Steph.
See, she's working it. See, she
Oh dear.
go put on the.
Stop.
Just teasing, baby. Anyways, we would have we've had security cameras and stuff, but we never run discs in them where or the memory cards where they like will record. And gosh dang it, I wish we had because like we've always had cameras in the area where she's making
Homemade
the
gift bag.
Look how clever
Eh?
she is.
I didn't make it up, but look. Perfect for this bunny. It's hard to wrap. Yoink.
Oh my gosh, I'm like living a whole bunch of half-told stories. So sleep paralysis is another story. But anyway, so we heard like doors open and close. We've heard like a child's voice screaming when we didn't have kids in the house that time.
Yeah.
Um,
Creepy.
we have a crawl space on our
It was
home.
like a little girl.
Yeah,
Like
young.
right outside our bedroom door. It sounded like.
Yeah, she's scary.
It was
Stuff is
freaky.
scary. So, yeah, I don't know. I need to look up.
And it will stand up like on the floor.
I keep on typing in, but then I never finish. I get distracted, but as you can tell, I think like 3 in the morning is supposed to be like the haunting hour. I think is what I swear I've heard. But our 3-year-old wakes up every day, like almost nonstop at like right around that 3 o'clock window, and like she's always screaming and doing like waking up, but she never talks about weird, scary stuff or seems scared. Other than she says that she's afraid of monsters in her closet, and then she's described or asked about some scary things coming out of her closet, but it was more. It wasn't. It didn't seem like she had seen those kinds of things if she was talking or asking about it. She was just maybe stuff she'd seen on a show or something. But anyways, yeah, stuff is scary. We have a crawl space on our house, and like I swear, like we've heard stuff like in this back part of our home where the bathroom is. So it's, underneath the house is like part dirt, part cement. Just it's not like a dirty, cobwebby, weird crawl space. It's really nice. You can turn lights on and see through there. It's like 4.5 feet tall. You can kind of get through there easy. But anyways, like I know nobody's living in there, but you hear like movement and stuff in there sometimes. It's scary as heck, and um, yeah, just have lots of weird little things like that happen. The sleep paralysis. So I was going to answer this back like a half hour ago, probably. Um, Cement it close tomorrow. And we have to have access so we can get to the rest of our house, like all the plumbing and everything under there. I know, right? Oh, and that's the other thing. So that door that would open and close one time, like, oh, see, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. I heard, I heard, I can't remember if it was one of the times that the door slammed. I don't think it was. I just heard somebody walking like clop, 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 clop. And I have a wooden ramp going out of the door, down out the garage, and I heard this step, 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 step. So I went and opened the door, jerked the door open, and turned the light on, and like nobody was there. But like sure as heck, like I know what I heard. Like we have tons of kids and activity, and it was nighttime, and anyways, it was like so that's one of our many experiences of weird things that we've had encountered here. But trying to think if there's anything else really that's been like scary feeling or not that I can really think of right off the bat. But anyways, so that's some of our spooky stuff. Uh, we we should run our cameras with the disc, the memory things in them, so we can kind of catch what's going on at night. I wonder sometimes if those would catch some craziness, but I'd almost rather not know sometimes, I think, too. So I think it would turn me into a nut trying to, like, see what was going on if something was going on. But anyways, I, I started to explain earlier, I've had this problem since way before my injury, all the way back through school, probably elementary school, even I can think of things. Um, with being able to stay awake in a classroom setting, or like anytime everything slows down in this mundane for a minute, where
Or when you're driving.
yeah, or driving, like little weird things like that, um, where I just have like this super bad tiredness that comes on and I can't shake it. And, I used to have uh, sleep paralysis type dreams all the way back. I can probably pin it back to like the first grade, like waking up and it's like seeing like something in the corner of my room, um, at the end of my bed. And again, like with sleep paralysis, like you're awake, but your body's not function. You can't move, and you can't usually speak or anything. And this was when I was really young and woke up and saw something in the corner and like watched it approaching the bed, and then all of a sudden like something either grabbed or pinched or something to my toe, and I like was screaming, but like when you're in sleep paralysis, you can't scream. Like nothing comes out. It's horrible. Fast forward, that is probably deja vu. There was like a time, like I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, and like it brought me to tears because it was such a scary thing that I had here with Andrea, and I woke up and had one of these sleep paralysis dreams, and you got your ruby red slippers back there.
I was just trying to make sure you're right, and I have similar foot size, so I'm gonna make sure they're not too big. Forgot you're right. Hopefully he's not watching the live.
He won't be. He's on games for sure.
He's on YouTube. I signed him too.
Oh shoot.
He should be asleep.
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock, but
Yeah.
it's Christmas break. What the heck?
So anyways, the sleep paralysis was pretty gnarly to wake up like that and not be able to scream or yell for help or whatever. I've had those forever. Finally went to a doctor and was like, what is going on? Like I can't, like I know I have a spinal cord injury. I know I take medications that are going to be drowsy inducing and whatnot because of that. But like aside from that, what's going on? Is like I'm just more tired and deal with that more than I think I should, and did a whole bunch of things and a workup, and ended up diagnosing me with hold on, my brain just went with
Narcolepsy.
narcolepsy. Thanks. With narcolepsy, so we've been finally treating that, but that was like a huge win for me on feeling validated from having struggles my entire life in so many different settings. Um, but yeah, sleep paralysis is part of that whole diagnosis as well. Like I guess it's really common to have those things together, but people are worried that I leave you home in the house alone ever. Let's see. After that, let's see. There's. Did you write this? Let's see. They're seriously knocking out and really helping.
Yeah, I just.
Oh,
Roller
you're talking
skater
about-
says she has
Oh,
she or he. Are you a she or he? They have ADHD,
ADHD.
and trouble sleeping. So I was telling her to get on our Amazon shop. I have a list for ADHD things and some supplements that are helpful
yeah.
for sleep that help you right.
They're really good. Really good. Yeah, like night and day difference too. If he doesn't take it, it's so blatant and obvious when he doesn't take this stuff. It's super crazy that it works so well, and it's just a little bit. Love how Andrea is chatting in the chat.
So what?
So that you don't interrupt.
I
Because I
know.
won't shut up. You're back there typing.
He tells long stories sometimes.
I took amitriptyline. Let's see where you at. I just saw that. I take amitriptyline, 50 milligrams at night,
Damn, stop trying
and
to
it helps.
talk your way out of cementing the cross face tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I took the amitriptyline and nortriptyline and tried some of those, and they did. They knocked me out on my butt. That was like some of the first medications my doctors tried to prescribe me to help because I don't sleep very well at night because of the pain that I'm in, and so they were using that to try to. Oh my gosh, trying to be that. Look at that. That's so crazy. Sorry. Just, my legs are just going nuts in pain. Gosh, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, I get just. It's hard to focus when I have my pain stuff that just hits, so it is what it is. I'm sorry when it interrupts like that. That's lame. Stormbringer. One of my recent sleep paralysis was a small figure was crawling up my leg when I jumped right into jumped right into my face, and I could feel it. It was really scary because it was on me. I almost cried when I woke up. This stuff is scary because yeah, like I still remember being pinched on my toe when I was a little tiny kid, and then this time like that I was talking about more recently when I had it, like I don't remember the story, I don't remember what it was, but it was terrifying enough that I was like in tears and worked up, like in a fearful way when I was finally released from that sleep paralysis, and oh man, it was crazy. It's so crazy, and I just thought that the kind of stuff was like normal. But yeah, it's they say when you have the narcolepsy to have those sleep paralysis episodes with like a pretty gnarly or scary uh, workup behind it, like it stands true to being a symptom or part of the whole narcolepsy thing. But yeah, Peter, I'm okay. If you're asking about like the pain stuff I was just doing there, yeah. Oh, I went a little too far. I do have my arachnoiditis stuff just kicks in. So if you, oh geez, I'm not doing that to try to explain. That's just being dumb. But, being part of our. Let's see. Now, gosh, it's like Trying too hard to keep talking. It's embarrassing and it's frustrating, but um, yeah, those who are like members or whatever, like, will kind of learn that some days are worse than others as far as that those kind of little pain kicks go. But um, Andrea is always there for me on my end to
Explain what that
make
is
things
for
go.
people that
So
don't know. The roller skater kid is asking if you're okay.
yeah, so I guess I was, yeah, we keep on recycling through different people and different conversations now too. So like with my uh, paralysis, I have another condition in my spinal cord. It's called adhesive arachnoiditis. The adhesive arachnoiditis is like a, well, it's not like, it's where my nerves in my spine are scarred together. So instead of like floating like this in the fluid through my spinal cord, they're like clumped together, and then they're also like stuck to the side wall in the spinal cord. And then for whatever reason, with all the nerve disruption, it equals equals in my body. It equals pain, like intense pain in my legs, um, and it's just that's just where it is when you have that arachnoiditis or a lot of spinal cord injury stuff. You know, usually um, that nerve confusion causes pain or manifests in pain, and it's it's uh, it's just weird. So, anyways, mine are so scarred and clumped up. Like my neurosurgeon up here at the University of Utah, when he tried to go in and fix it originally. There's a surgery that they can do to. They, it's called a tethered cord. Is what on a regular individual might have what's called a tethered cord, where there's some scarring, and you can go to the neurosurgeon and they'll go in and can release some of that to help with the pain or some of the problems that you're experiencing. But when my neurosurgeon went in, he was there to talk when I woke up, and he's like, "Man, I don't know what to tell you. In my 30 years, in my more than 30 years of being a neurosurgeon up here, I've never seen anything like that before. But I was not able to help you. I don't know what to do or what I could ever do, but like if I can help explain to anybody that you've got like a legit serious situation here, then I'll do what I can do to help out." So yeah, it was just that's when I have pain, when I have that arachnoiditis, the pain that manifests is on comes in on varying levels. So all day long, my pain's all like a 3-ish, which is like, I know it's there. If I'm really super busy working on stuff, I can get distracted from it and it's fine and I don't pay attention to it. But uh, if it starts to spike to a 4 or a 5, then like it for sure has my attention, and then I'm not able to just carry on a normal conversation or stay in the moment with what's going on. And I'm looking for my other medication uh, stuff that I have to treat it for when it's starting to flare and pop like that. So yeah, it's let's see where I'm trying to think if I got it explained enough on there. But anyways, the arachnoiditis is just a real painful part of my spinal cord injury, and it is just all the scarring and all the damage that's been done, all the trauma that those nerves have experienced due to the injury, the impact of the injury, and also to the surgeries that I've been through. Like when I fell, I cracked my C1 vertebrae, had my L1, which is like the belly button level one. That's one that exploded when I landed on. I had a like my construction hammer was in a like a ring on my tool belt that like hangs right there in the middle of my back. And let me get it. Anyways, that hammer, when I landed on it, it just helped to explode that vertebrae. And then I broke my S2, 3, and 4, so like the sacrum area, your tailbone area. I smushed all that up, and then broke my pelvis into several pieces, collapsed my lung and tore my spleen. So it was a fairly nasty fall, and like it kept me in the hospital for quite some time. Um, Nancy, it's true, my dad has it. And it's been really cool to have our channel, to have this outlet, because it helps connect and bring some attention to it. Because when we figured it out, it was on the, still probably is on like the rare disorder and disease list. So like finding a specialist for it is like almost null and void. You're not gonna find it. There's like 3 of them. When I was looking 5 years ago or whatever, there were I think 3, maybe 4 that were online registered as having like a practice that just focused solely on the arachnoiditis. And so it was a pain in the butt or pain in the legs trying to figure it all out. And when we finally started figuring it out with these videos and stuff, it's been really cool because it brings awareness to it. I've been on so many phone calls with people that have seen like the pain videos and seen how I react on like the big ones when it's like hitting like an 8 or 9, and I'm like doubled over and grunting and like doing injection after injection, trying to catch up on the pain and having, whatever going on. Andrea's usually there rubbing my back, or uh, just any of it. It's crazy. It's super intense pain. Anyways, I'm getting a little distracted. So trying to read your guys' comments on that too. But anyways, like I said, when we posted those pain videos, so the coolest one was this guy up in Canada. He begged that we talk, and we're more than happy to talk to him. And we spent hours on the phone. As he explained that he'd been looking for a diagnosis, been bouncing around to his doctors for the last 15 years after he broke his back, and nobody's been able to give him anything or give him any help on what was going on, and kind of steered him in the direction that they were doing to me. They're basically saying, hey man, like you had a spinal cord injury. People with spinal cord injuries have nerve pain based on like that's what happens when you hurt your back. So just kind of deal with it. The reason why it seems so bad is because now you have chronic pain, so you have pain all the time. So when you have a little bit of a flare up, it's just a little flare up, but your body thinks it's big. And I was like, man, that's a crock of crap, because like I'm a stubborn, high pain tolerant, like manly testosterone breathing type of a mentality guy as far as that goes. And I'd see lots of other people with spinal cord injuries, and I'd have one of my pain spasms around them, and they'd be like, holy shiz, like what was that? Like, you do that all the time? And at the time it was horrible all the time. So yeah, it's sucky. And there's nothing you can really do for it. You can do things to try to help manage the pain. We've got a few things that we've figured out by going to our specialist that we went to, and then a couple of things that we've tried doing, failed on a lot of things, but basically we've tried all sorts of things to see if there's anything to help it. And even done all the CBD and the THC and the RSO oils and use everything. Oh wow.
May or may not have.
Oh, Which one of you guys sent food to the house? That's really nice of you. Thanks, Greg. I mean, people.
It was me. I'm the problem.
Oh, thanks, love. So, anyways, that's the arachnoiditis, and those that see it or experience parts of it can testify that it's a pain and it's it sucks. It's rare, so doctors don't know and aren't educated on it. So a lot of the educating has to be done by you, the patient, trying to teach the doctors about it. Our doctor the doctor that I was seeing, he put together like a 30-page pamphlet that you could take to your doctor to help educate them. And the doctors have always been really good about it so far. Like, okay, like it's really cool information. It's helpful to understand, but
Some sauce.
yes, please. All the different treatments are still nothing with like. There's not set treatments. There's just things that different doctors do in their own practice to try to help. And I think so. And so that's kind of where we've been with all of that. Um, treat a lot of it with the pump and the pain pump and my vitamin and other stuff, and then there's a bunch of the injectable stuff that we do to manage and curtail and keep it tweaked where we need it. But tried all sorts of things, and it just doesn't. Nothing. It's an animal, and people have. I joined a page on Facebook once. It was like all people that had arachnoiditis, and it was really depressing, and I had to get out of there because there's a bunch of angry people that had it. Really, is like talking about how it was like having stage 4 cancer, pain with like never a relief, and just Pookie left. Sorry, Pookie, I didn't see you leaving. Good night if you're still there. So I'm nervous to see. Oh, let's see. Nancy, I'm really nervous to see my dad today because he is paralyzed. Oh, let's talk, Nancy. So you're not the only one. Let's talk about what that. Your dad. Do I need to zip back through the rest of this as far as thanks. As far as your dad goes, I would love to hear more about this, and you can chat if we need to. Like, I don't know what's uncomfortable for you to go see your dad because of the paralysis or whatever, but I could see why it would seem might seem weird or uncomfortable or strange, especially seeing somebody in pain, or like there's so many weird nuances and things that when you're trying to adapt to somebody else in that being their lifestyle, it's, I'm sure, awkward and weird. Which is why when I was doing my physical therapy, when I had my 2-year-old and my 7-year-old, I would take them to physical therapy with me so that they could see what Dad was doing. They could see the therapy, have all like just really kind of just be part of that. But I'm not sure how old you are. Obviously, you can't do that now because it sounds like he's home and you're older and different things like that. But it shouldn't. I don't know what seems to be weird or hard for you. And I wish we could chat. If you email us on our landing page, just thewheelchairdad.com. You can reach out to us on our email there, and we can get in touch. Maybe help out a little bit more that way. But I wish tell me what you're afraid of, and maybe I can help you with that. I guess it could be weird to not know how to respond or react to that if he's in pain, or if he's sitting down, if he needs anything, like just let him tell you what he needs or whatever. Like it's his daily life, so I'm not sure how functional he is or anything, but sure we can get things squared away with that. Um, let's see, Peter. Oop, don't worry, we're your family too. Even we're apart in different parts of the world. We're here in spirit. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Is true. I love doing the live streams. I guess I get really hooked on these and have a really hard time ever ending them. Yeah.
Get the babies in bed.
See, there's our woman of logic. Mom's really smart. Pookie, I thought you were going to bed. You're like me. Can't leave or something. Well, I'm so sorry for your pain. I wish it would go away. You're my prayers. Thank you. You know, there's
Sweet
such a
15-year-old.
yeah, for real. I hope my kids one day like think back and say and feel this way about my stuff. Sometimes they just right now it's just like the normal teenage and kid years that aren't any different because I'm all that they know for dad. So I don't know. It's not. I don't think, oh wow, you're inspirational, Dad. Here, tell me to do another chore.
Like the opposite.
Yeah. Pookie, 2 hours of sleep. I love you all. You're amazing. Yeah, Pookie. I hope we run into you again. Next time, you better just join and be part of our family. I never did finish asking you if you. I don't want to offend anybody. That a friend of mine, Pookie. His family was from Japan. But that was spelled his name. Hope you get a good night's sleep. Merry Christmas. Good night, Pookie, from Mama there. Let's see, first doc said it was on my head. Yeah, yep, yeah. They've given me every freaking medication in the book. Thankfully, they didn't think I was ever pain-seeking or whatever. They for sure could have. They gave me everything, and I threw it back at them pretty much. Yes, Nancy goes with it too.
Nelly.
Let's see. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. Nancy, do you want to just clarify? You, with I'll have to scan back through, but you have arachnoiditis as well. Rewind.
Daisy's out on the couch,
Okay.
like passed out, and it's 1:15.
Roller skater. Okay, we're gonna end this. We need to put our children's bodies in their beds. Jesus, love your family. I'm praying from Indonesia. We love Jesus, and this is a Christ-centered home for sure. And I hope yours is too. And, may God bless you and keep you safe. And roller skater for fun. Next Wednesday we'll be doing another live stream for sure. And again, probably do a few in between here and there if we get things more active. Holidays are busy, but we'll get it going. But I do appreciate all you guys that have stuck around. It's been really nice. Thanks for all those who joined up tonight. Also, thank you so much for the super chats. Like and subscribe if you're still sticking around and just trying to figure out what our channel is like. Just read our comments from all of our followers, and can't imagine something more powerful and cool. It's super awesome. Love you guys so much, and Merry Christmas.
Have an amazing Christmas. Coming up super fast.
Yeah, it is. Nelly, what was that last one? I'll email you. Yes, let's chat for sure. If there's anything we can do, let us know. Reach out to us on our email, on our landing page. But I'm gonna let you go so I can eat and we can put all these bodies in their beds. Love you guys. Good night. And see you later. Much love. Thank you for real. Appreciate everybody.
Good night.
Good night.